Oh, we're not even live. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, what are you talking about? Tom Pease, we are live.
What up, and welcome everybody to my Pnoid Live Friday Night Rumble Room. How y'all doing, man? Listen. Yo, we got a lot of shit to discuss tonight. We were having a really great conversation, me, Excel, and Doku over on Gaming Stream. We're going to bring Mad Max from Michigan, Max Dean, Esme, motherfucking Mad Max St. Jerome, and President-elect TK Mao into this conversation, which I know they're going to love and they're going to be able to contribute
Are they?
way more than I am, legit, because I'm not as well-read as any of these individuals. But I understand some premises and see things that maybe they don't because I come from a different perspective. But anyway, in the meantime, I want to say what up to Doku, Max St. Jerome, and President-elect TK Mao. In the beginning, let's start off with Doku. What up, man? How you doing, my brother?
I'm always doing good, dude. How you doing?
Hey, you know this. Yo, Mr. Mad Max from Michigan, Mr. Max Dean Esme from the Red Pill Religion, from the Red Pill movie itself, man. How you doing today, my brother?
I guess I'm all right. And by the way, Pnoid, don't underestimate yourself. I know you at least graduated to the fourth grade.
Yeah, man, look, I can read Go Dog Go. I know, like, legit, they handed me a book today with pictures in it at the barbecue shop. I was like, oh, man, yo, they got pictures in the book. I'm going to be able to read this. Man, TK Mao, you there, my brother? Mr. Mao. All right. He's having some audio problem. Mao, leave and come back, my brother, please, because I can't hear your lights lighting up and I can't hear nothing you say. I will always drag him back in because he is a great dude as well. He's highly educated. He's an engineer type of guy. I like having him around because, like, when I was talking about moon glues, you know, I mean, they wanted to go to the moon, but like they wanted to like camp out there or whatever. And they were talking about they were going to have to like put up like dirt piles beside themselves to block themselves from solar radiation. I'm like, these niggas is building moon glues. I feel like we should fix stuff on Earth if we're just going to leave and build moon glue.
Yeah, that's way outside of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, but he was like, you know, you can solar bake them in the vacuum time. I was like, I know nothing about this engineering stuff.
And don't get me wrong, I love talking about astrophysics and all that stuff. My dad, ironically enough, is actually a rocket scientist, worked for
I stepped away for a minute.
You're cool. Yeah, my little brother builds satellites, fucking for some fucking company up in Rhode Island. Right.
Yeah, that's what my dad and my
real satellites or like dish. You mean satellite type equipment?
Like satellites, like for like putting them into space.
Yeah, that's what my dad and my cousin does. My cousin works for NASA.
How does he explain the Earth being flat?
Yo, man, look, I don't really like talk to him because he married a broad who became a dude, and you know, after that, me and his relationship became very strained. You know,
oh boy,
yeah. Like once your wife, you know what I'm saying? He used to be a cute little girl, now has a beard that's better than yours, son. I feel like we're gonna have to have a conversation. It is what it is. Right.
All things are cold.
Yeah, anyway. I feel you. So, all right. We were talking about oil before the stream, but I want to get back into the conversation about us being a fascist state, right? Because I love that ideology. I think it's an absolute thing.
Oh man, yeah, we are.
Yeah, I
literally are.
Yeah, I know, right? And like me and Doku and like we were all splitting hairs about stuff. And Excel had a really good point. He said, you know, well, socialism, like National Socialism and fascism aren't really that different at the root when it comes down to.
Look, here's the deal. Fascism, and it's a well-developed philosophy. People think it's just Hitler, but I mean, it's been around. It predates Hitler. It was adopted by people other than Hitler. It's still around. That's what the Ba'ath party that Assad in Syria is in charge of is literally a fascist party with historic roots to the Axis powers during World War II. So to our certain other Arab nationalist parties, and fascism is a thing, and it is characterized. You just go look at basically they advocate for heavy corporatism. That, you know, all of our most important industries will be run by industry leaders who have a tightness with, you know, the government. including usually a government representative. One good part I used to think of, at least one good thing you could argue for it, though, is that most historic fascist states actually require trade unions to exist, to negotiate on behalf of workers.
Like I feel like fascism legitimately, how do I put this? I feel like it is like I'm sitting here looking at Merriam-Webster and Wikipedia, and I feel like their definitions are completely wrong, right? Because it says a political philosophy, movement, or regime, such as that of the fascisti, that exalts nation and often race of the individual and stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of opposition, or a tendency towards actual exercise of strong autocratic or dictatorial control.
I give you what I feel is a better source.
And I feel like that's wrong.
Can I give you what I feel is a better source? It's from a source I like. It's called philosophybasics.com, which gives you which written from philosophers' standpoints, what various schools of philosophy are. And I think this is a fair description. It says, fascism is an authoritarian nationalist political ideology that exalts nation and often race above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of opposition. It often claims to be concerned with notions of cultural decline or decadence, and seeks to achieve a national rebirth by suppressing the interests of the individual and instead promoting cults of unity, energy, and purity. In economics, fascism sees itself as a third way between laissez-faire capitalism on the one hand and communism or socialism on the other. It acknowledges the roles of private property and the profit motive as illegitimate incentives for productivity, but only insofar as they do not conflict with the interests of the state. Fascist governments tend to nationalize key industries, closely manage their currencies, and make massive state investments. They also tend to introduce price controls, wage controls, and other types of economic planning measures, such as state-regulated allocation of resources, especially in the financial and raw material sectors. The term fascismo was coined, I'm almost done, was coined by the Italian fascist dictator Benito Mussolini, and the self-described philosopher of fascism, Giovanni Gentile. It is derived from the Latin word fasces, an ancient Roman symbol consisting of a bundle of rods tied around an axe used to suggest strength through unity. It was originally used to refer specifically to Mussolini's political movement that ruled Italy from 1922 to 1943, but has subsequently also been used to describe other regimes. Fascism usually involves some degree of all of the following: nationalism, totalitarianism, statism, patriotism, autocracy, militarism, corporatism, populism, and collectivism. You can keep going there, but it even goes into who some of the more influential.
Okay.
You can start finding out who they are. So I mean, it is actually a well-developed political philosophy.
All right. So here's my question. Right. I thought fascism was a combination of corporations and the.
Yeah, well, it is, and that is in what that long-winded thing I just read said. Basically, right. Corporatism is a key element, and the state controlling what are identified as key industries. Which historically would be food production, steel, oil. That's how that usually works. These are the key industries. These are the key manufacturing. These are the key distribution networks. These will be under autocratic control, either by the state or under license to a corporation that answers directly to the state.
So here's where we started this off last time. And I mean, when we were over on Gaming Stream, and I was like, yo, we should probably take this over to my channel, because like this was a conversation more suited for this channel than it was gaming, right? Because gaming more have fun, whatever.
Love gaming. I love my gaming brothers. I want to get in a good game, but yeah, that ain't for this.
Right. Well, no. His channel is actually called Gaming and Yelling. Right. He's a homosexual Mexican individual who's conservative and a good dude at heart in the end of it. So we got love for him. But like he does a whole lot of like free form type of streams while he plays video games. And we talk about whatever politics, news, making fun of each other, just enjoying ourselves, having fun. But this here is more of a more in-depth, deep conversation that's more in tune to this channel than it is his. And I started off because we started off talking about the Australian Nazi. What the hell's his name? Necro Butcher. Necro Butcher. You met Necro Butcher before. Right? I've introduced you to him. He's a cool dude. Yeah, you've met him before. I mean, we've had conversations. He's a cool dude. He has that weird Joker laugh. He's like, right?
Anyway, what about it?
So he, like, Excel was like, he's an Australian fascist, all this stuff. And I was like, aren't we really fascists at heart at this point? And I mean, aren't corporations really making laws to run the government? Right? And
yeah.
Right.
In fact, a guy named a guy I really liked who died a few years ago, Dave McGowan. Really, that was like his last book. He says it's time we acknowledge these are the features of fascism, and this is an awful lot like what the U.S. already looks like, and it's looking more like it all the time. Because one of the central keys of most fascism is that they might make some efforts to preserve some kind of localized industry, but for the most part, they want big corporate entities controlling everything. And those big corporate entities having a completely incestuous relationship with the state. The main difference I see is that we don't have the dictator, not just yet, but I don't know that you have to have one.
Yeah. Here's where my mental came through with that, right? I was standing here and I was saying, well, like, over the past 50 years, the vast majority of laws that have been made through crony capitalism that has been corporations like insurance companies, for instance, paying for like all these laws that strip out your small freedoms, like helmet laws, seatbelt laws, safety laws, speed limit laws, DUI laws, like all these smaller little pieces of laws, domestic violence laws, fucking insurance regulations, and regulations for electricity in your house, and all these things that come down to it that actually came from corporations dictating what the policy was going to be to the government, right? And then you have these larger corporations dictating policies that would keep and push smaller people from being able to start companies to compete with them, right? And I was like, this is all fascist in its beginning. But hang on, let me say, what up, TK Mal? Are you able to speak yet, brother?
I believe I am.
There we go.
If I
can hear
am,
you.
you just described regulatory capture.
Hear him.
Well, all right. Jerome, leave and go back to the waiting room. I'll pull you back in. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick. We'll try to get Discord's being ridiculous. It has nothing to do with any of us. I'm sorry. Hang on. Not God damn it. Fucking shit. I didn't want TK Mal to leave. I wanted you to leave so you could hear TK Mal. Like, if he comes back in and you can't hear him, you're gonna have to bounce and come back. But anyway,
okay.
I just want everybody to be able to hear everybody at the end of the day.
I understand. Well, I'll just make the point that I've witnessed what you just described in farming. I've witnessed it in IT. I witnessed it. That was what the .com bubble burst was. They got rid of all the little indie developers for the most part at that point. But I see it in the restaurant industry even now. One of the things they basically do is continually ratchet up regulatory requirements in the name of, safety and purity and whatever, to the point where basically only the large corporation has enough resources to meet the regulatory requirements in an economic way. I can give several examples, but this is how they do it, and they know it'll happen over time. Hell, it's what they did with vaping. It's what they're doing now with marijuana legalization. Case after case after the case, they kind of let the entrepreneurs develop the market and create things and innovate things, and and then they come in, and when the legalization finally happens, the big corporate entities come in and squeeze all these people who built the markets out. I mean,
all right.
But anyway,
let's see. TK Mal, talk, please.
Can you hear me or not?
I can hear you just.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in.
I wanted him to leave and come back so that, like, he could hear you. You know what I mean? Because you are well worth listening. I mean, so.
He's actually 100% right on the whole marijuana legalization thing. if you go down to Colorado and you're ever in the market for some medical marijuana, I would 100% recommend the only small dispensary left standing, which is Kind Meds, and it's ran by one black bitch.
I can believe it because my brother, actually my older brother, was quite famous for a while because he was really one of the big people who got the medical marijuana movement to go somewhere. He was one of the key people to make Washington State be one of the first to allow medical marijuana. And he was one of the test cases, and he'll tell you that like you just said. In fact, he told me really, literally, he was involved with all these legal people and working in the state capitol there in Olympia, and when they finally got it legalized, basically, they had a meeting with one of the Indian tribal leaders and others who'd been involved in this whole thing, and the Indian tribals had gotten what they wanted, and they were explaining what everybody's gonna what everybody else is gonna get and how it's gonna work, and they said, well, okay, what happens to all of us little people who innovated this industry and took risks and built dispensaries and all that? Well, basically, you'll all be squeezed out of the market and more or less destroyed economically.
I mean, so
All right.
here's my question,
and it's
right?
what happened, and it's what happened. Yeah.
So I have a question, right? Because this is important that I learned, right? Because like legitimately, I have not done enough reading, and my ability to understand and comprehend things is very limited because of my educational basis. Like I didn't have the proper education that I should have had. Right.
In many ways, that can be an advantage. It depends, but go on.
Yeah, I feel you. Right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to stick to this fascist ideology, right? Because I was always told that fascism is the combination of corporation and state, right? Corporation, and state.
Right.
And
that's really
and
its
so,
most yeah.
And so, like the idea that the corporation and the state, or the idea that fascism is a dictatorial, that it's a dictatorial, like basic. I don't know.
That it requires a strongman dictator. Yeah, I don't think it does. I think
yeah.
over
So
time,
why would it list that in its fucking definition?
Well, because they do want to build a cult of personality around someone or something. I just think that in early fascist philosophy, they thought it had to be a strongman. And by the way, that's who Assad is in Syria. That's who Saddam Hussein was. He was also a Ba'athist and a literal, not figurative fascist. But their philosophers always thought they needed the strongman, that he was just a necessary component if it was controlled.
I mean, the idea
that's part of it.
Right.
That's part of it. The other part of it is the fact that most fascism actually came out of like anti-communist unions, like literally anti-coms is what they called themselves.
Yes.
And so if you've got to be fighting fucking black blocs in the street, then you have to have a strongman in charge to tell people, hey, everything's going to be all right. We're not going to let these commies take all of your stuff. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to bring in order, that kind of thing. But that's
Pinochet and Chile is just another. Pinochet and Chile is another one.
Yeah. But that's more
right
of
back.
a
I gotta grab a
feature
drink real
of like the historical.
Make sure y'all let
time
Goku
frame.
get a couple words in.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Basically, it's kind of an artifact of when fascism came up more than like an identifying feature of fascism itself.
Yeah, I think the corporate ownership class at this point, it's just going to be like, well, maybe we need a strong man, maybe we don't. In fact, they have an obvious preference for women, putting women in positions of authority. And that actually signals something really strong because they like eunuchs and they like women. That means quite a number of things for the culture. But I'll just be blunt: eunuchs and women are more controllable. Sounds rude, it's just true. The ruling class of politicians that we see, for the most part, are controlled by their masters. And I don't want to get into the argument over whether Trump is one of those or not, but he's certainly got friends. But yeah. I think people need a figure to polarize around. I think that's still useful. So I don't know. Maybe some kind of strong.
I came up with this ideology, right? That like we have American fascism, right, at the moment, and it's not, but we don't have the strongman. What you have is an oligarchy and a technocracy behind the scenes that individuals really don't see, but they just continually, like the deep state, that everybody that they're running things and maintaining.
It's actually a safer position.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like that. I mean, like half of the deep state is just like inertia, right?
Sure.
In 1992 or 1991 when the Berlin Wall fell, right? Doku, you still here, my nigga?
Yeah, I am. I'm letting you guys get your thoughts in because I have some stuff I want to say. I just don't want
to say. I hope we didn't overtalk him and make him leave.
Yo, can you hear him, sir? Max?
Oh, yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, goddamn!
All right.
Yo, look at Discord.
Can you hear me at least? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you for sure, Mark.
Okay. No, I wanted everybody to get their thoughts out because I had some stuff I wanted to say. I just wanted them to get their thoughts out too because it's good to bounce off.
Oh, I feel you. I don't want to disclude you from this conversation because, at current, you're, Jerome, are you talking, my brother? Because I can't hear a fucking word you're saying. If you are.
Oh, I hear nobody.
Max, say something. Max.
Nobody.
Yeah, can you hear me? All right, I think he's probably having issues.
Yeah, I think he's having issues. Yo, legit. Discord is terrorizing this nigga right now.
For real. TK, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Dooku.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Good.
So
right,
yeah,
we're
maybe
all good here. I can hear everybody here. All right. So yeah. Anyway, right. What the hell was I gonna say? We were saying some. Okay. Yeah. Doku, you go ahead, man. You had some words you want to add in your stuff.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to point out is that fascism has been intentionally a broad umbrella term to incorporate a certain type of ideology, and it's made that way intentionally because the alternative to fascism is not statism, is not nationalism, it's not populism, it's not patriotism. It very much does feed into this idea of somewhat a collectivist mentality, but it's not tied to any coherent nation state, which is normally what we would talk about when it comes to statism, because fascism originally is an ideology that comes out of Europe, specifically Italy. And to understand why that happens, you have to look at the history of Italy, where it goes all the way back to the Roman Empire. What caused the collapse of the Roman Empire? It was the expanse of the empire, the dilution of what made the Roman culture what it was.
No.
I'm not getting into the financials. I'm not getting the financials. I'm only talking the culture.
Culturally wise, legit, what destroyed the empire was their urbanization. That's what. Can you hear Max? Max, can you hear me?
I hear you. Last time.
All right, Doku, talk.
All right, test.
Hi, Goku.
All right. He came out.
Yeah.
What up?
Can you hear me? Can you hear him, Max?
Yeah, I can hear him.
All right, I think we're good.
All right, everybody can hear everybody.
So, Pnoid, no, what I was trying to bring up.
Well, culturally, it was the urbanization that destroyed Rome. In the end of the day, right? And it's what destroyed everybody.
But no, where that did begin is with the expansion of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire lost its cultural unity, it lost its cultural identity because the empire had grown so large, and that's what began. That was the start. No, that was the beginning of the collapse of the Roman Empire.
I'm telling you, it was too many people living inside of cities.
That's a financial collapse. That's a financial collapse. It's not the loss of the cultural identity. The cultural identity is what. No, the cultural identity was what originally caused the collapse of the Roman Empire and the schism. That's why you have East Rome and West Rome.
Well, no.
Can I make a challenge? Make a
Go ahead.
challenge to both of you.
Go ahead.
Okay, everybody stop. Pnoid, explain your theory of why it's cities and urbanization or whatever. And then when you're done, let's hear the other theory. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Let's just
No, it's fine.
go.
It's all good,
Go.
man.
Each of you go. Give you one side give
all right.
your story and the
Okay.
other side give his story.
All right, here's what happens in urbanization. This has happened as far back as Samaria. Anytime you have a civilization that becomes a collection of urban centers or has massive urban center and urban sprawls, you end up with individuals who end up becoming weak and soft and effeminate, and they stop having children. And when they stop having children, they stop having the ability to defend themselves. And this is what happened. And the Romans ended up having to pay soldiers to defend, pay soldiers and pay outside invaders not to invade. And this is where Rome ended up, falling apart because they ended up standing here having all this territory they couldn't defend while their central state weren't having any children because of urbanization. Even today, right, the vast majority of countries that have become urbanized, Germany, Japan, Korea, Singapore, Taiwan, Vietnam, all these places, Mexico, Puerto Rico, France.
All right, you basically you think the process of urbanization eventually causes this decay. All right, that's fair. Now, what's your counter argument?
So, no, my argument is you could say it's the process of urbanization on a large scale, as on an empire scale. My point is that the Roman Empire had grown to such a degree that there was no collective unity, there was no collective identity. You could even see it in today's modern cities where there's a Chinatown and there's a Little Italy, things like that, where people who have a collective identity will ultimately fracture off. And the sense of what happened with the Roman Empire is they fractured off into nation states because that collective identity, as they say, birds of a feather flock together. And an empire of that size cannot stand without some sort of sense of central unity. They sure as hell cannot be productive on a military standpoint, protect their own borders. And if you can't protect your own borders, if you can't have a strong sense of national identity or national unity, financially you're going to ultimately collapse. I think that's what Pnoid's talking about, is a nation that cannot stand behind a single banner or single unified idea, because they are so fractured, because they're either very large or because they've invited in a lot of other cultures. Just trying to speak the same language. Look at what's happening to Europe and the EU right now. That's my point.
Okay, I think you both make really strong points and you aren't really in contention with each other. I'm actually a little more resistant to Pnoid's theory than yours, but I'll just give my reason why. I do find that throughout all of history, civilization has been built in and around cities. So I would think that when you call it urbanization, well, what do you mean? Because building cities isn't what destroyed the Greeks. Maybe they became kind of effete and urbanized and lazy, but I don't know. I just don't think. What do you mean by urbanization exactly, though?
Well, hang on.
That's what I'd ask.
All right, there we go. All right, so urbanization always destroys society. Like no matter what.
What is it? But what is urbanization? Define it.
Urbanization is when you have mass amounts of individuals living inside of the cities and fully reliant upon others to grow their food, and them working and not being attached to the land.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So
but that's where civilization builds, dude.
Sorta yes and no. All right. So how do I put this? The vast majority of cities were started as marketplaces in order to trade goods for farmers, right? So there was a small amount of individuals inside of a city that ended up sitting here, like being marketeers that would sell stuff or whatever the case might be, judges, things of this nature, right? And then, as individuals stand here and they brought, their stuff to market, people would, help them sell it, traders, whatever the case might be. And as the city ended up growing, more and more of these individuals became part of the city, right? And there's a problem with going from being on a farm to being on a city. And this is one of the big problems that you have even up to today. Kids on a farm are basically farm equipment, right? Mm-hmm. Kids in a city are a luxury item. Mm-hmm. So it's very difficult to stand here and have people, how do I put this? It's difficult to have people to breed inside of a city. So you end up not having any kids being born and people become more effeminate. Genghis Khan, for instance, ordered that his sons and his generals and the individuals in his military until his death never lived inside of a city. That was his biggest fear. Right. And the reason why is because of the fact that, like, he knew the moment they joined the city, they would lose their edge. And that's exactly what happened.
Exactly what happened to his grandchildren. He lived to see that and bemoaned it. So I can see some merit to that. I also happen to know that, before it became Christianized and all that, because that was Constantine and all that, even back in the days of Augustus Caesar, one of the things he instituted was he noticed this problem among his elites, at least, not necessarily among the pleb classes, but among the patrician classes and among the wealthy. He literally put out edicts like banning homosexuality and literally making speeches telling his men they needed to stop buggering boys and each other and take wives because the state needed them to reproduce. And why? And that's a very pagan emperor too. But why does a Roman emperor have to do that unless there's already some kind of problem? At least some, like, basically you're talking about civilizational decay and people becoming effete and weak. Yeah, I can see that as part of the ingredient, because also, how do you get an entire empire to unify not just all these different cultures, but you do have these effete elites running things. So some sort of collapse is inevitable. But at the same time, this is where the universities get built. This is where the great science and industry centers get built. So maybe they're always going to rise and fall. Maybe they're always going to rise and fall.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, what's his name? God damn it, I forget his name. I can see his face. That's the bitch about it. But I'll quote him. I'll quote him even though I can't remember his name. He said, "The history is full of examples of wooden shoes going up the steps, or wooden sandals going up the steps, and fucking cloth slippers going down." Right? That's just is what it is.
Well, that's the issue. There's something I want to, and this kind of actually gets back to the point I was originally trying to make about fascism being a broad blanket term, intentionally done so. And the reason I say not classism, but a multiculturalism, it doesn't necessarily have to be Roman versus Germanic versus Persian, even just amongst the rural, the farmers versus those who live in an urbanized environment. There is still a cultural split. So when I say that it's the idea of a lack of unity, it doesn't just mean that, well, the Italians brought in a bunch of people, like specifically the Roman Empire brought in a bunch of people who weren't Roman citizens. Even within Rome itself, it was experiencing a schism, almost like what we're seeing today, where, flyover country versus the coastal elite. That exact same thing is happening right now because there are two completely different cultures. It's just now we like to call it classism. But it doesn't change the fact that when you start trying to define the two, when it comes down to fascism, if you want to know what I am, if I have to really put a label on myself, I would say first and foremost, I'm a nationalist populist because I care about America more than I do about any other country, and I'm a populist because I care about American citizens more than I do about any other citizen of any other country. But that doesn't necessarily mean I agree with the idea of corporatism. So in that sense, I don't fit the umbrella of fascism that would be used by my political detractors. But I am a nationalist populist. And you could make the same argument that if you're a socialist, but you're still quote, quote, patriotic, and you think the Don is a threat to our democracy, but you still think that socialism should be implemented while also being pro-American and calling yourself a patriot and not burning the flag and burning down businesses owned by, we won't go down that rabbit hole. Technically, you're still under the umbrella of fascism. It's just you're on a different side of the spectrum. What this doesn't address, though, is the fact that I'm very much against the idea of statism. In other words, I don't like totalitarianism.
Hi, Doku. Hi, Tom P. I'm back.
What up, Excel?
Hi, Excel.
Yeah, sorry. I got a a phone call I really had to take, and it lasted a lot
Do what you
longer
got, man.
than
Do
I
what
thought
you
it
do,
would.
nigga. Yo, we're having a great
But,
stream right now.
You know, no, I've heard the whole thing. Like Doki, what you were just saying about fascism, two sides of the same coin. Like I've looked back and I've actually done the history on this, right? The fascist ideology, like it really stems from a bunch of French philosophers from the 1920s. That they looked at Marxism and they looked at all its failures, and they were just like, "How can we redo this?" And then they thought, well, all we really need to do, like, it's not really a class thing, right? We just need to make sure that everybody within the community thinks that they're working for the same purpose. And that purpose should be to the state. And when they say the state, right, they say the state, and that's going to represent the cultural ideas and everything that's important to the people. And as long as everybody thinks that they're working towards the same goal, the revolution that was predicted by socialism, it's not going to happen. Everybody's going to be complacent, and we're going to be good, and we're going to be able to move forward from there. I think one thing that like it's probably not even talked about enough is the original fascist, like Mussolini, the actual fascist. He was not on board for the manifest destiny type nonsense that Hitler was doing until Hitler came to power. Then he got on board because he allied with him. But at the time, it was a very nationalistic movement, and there's a certain there's definitely an argument to be made where you could say that you're a democratic fascist right now, and not any worse than being a democratic socialist.
Well, that's why I have. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I just stake two things in the ground here real quick? History is filled with the sound of silken slippers going downstairs and wooden shoes coming up. That is Voltaire.
Voltaire. There we go. I could see his face in my head. But I got the quote pretty much right, didn't I?
Yeah. I just am autistic. From a translation of Mussolini's Doctrine of Fascism in 1932, fascism, in short, is not only the giver of laws and the founder of institutions, but the educator and promoter of spiritual life. It wants to remake not only the forms of human life, but its content, man, character, and faith. That's the most succinct definition of fascism that I could find.
That is not succinct at all. That is completely and utterly fucking just open-ended.
What that describes is what he's describing is essentially statism. The state is God.
I can point out there
technically totalitarianism, but same thing.
Anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm just okay. Point out that philosophically, you're onto something there. If you really look into it and at the fascist philosophers, both of them, both they and the Marxists started with Hegel. So I mean, if you want to go into it, they're both Hegelians and share the Hegelian dialectic idea and certain other materialist technocratic ideals. So it was literally that they looked and accepted some of the axioms of Marxist thinkers, but rejected others and said, hey, we went in wrong directions. It does tend to stem from Hegel if you go back and look. And a lot of these philosophers will acknowledge this. Marx did, and a lot of the fascist philosophers did. And they do. They're very big on dialectic and building mythology, sort of like what you're talking about. I don't know if it has to be statism. It could be toward a more nebulous ideal, like the whole human race, which is what the globalists are about. And the more nationalistic fascists want to keep some kind of sense of national identity and ethnic identity, but they're still going to define it. And they always do historically. Like Hitler did this, Mussolini did this, Franco did this, Assad does this. What they'll do is they'll just say these national industries belong to the state, but then they'll carve out exceptions for certain things so that there's usually some chance for independent businesses to still exist in some sectors. And
I would go as far as
I had never had a conversation with Savage TV and my nigga Joker was waiting up there. Joker, you're not gonna have a whole lot. You're not gonna have a whole lot to add to this, but you know what, my nigga, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Savage, how you doing, my brother?
Oh, actually, it's me, William. I just changed my name.
Wait, William who?
William K. Savage. I was here a while ago.
Oh, William Savage. What up, nigga? How the fuck you doing, man?
Ain't seen you in a while.
Oh, I'm doing fine. I just noticed that you were live and stuff, so I came to pop in and see what's going on.
We're having a conversation about like whether or not America is a fascist nation.
I think it more or
I
less
would
is.
argue it is, and the fascists are actually the technocrats because they are trying to remake humanity.
I'll tell you something that's very ironic, and it's very worth noting. Fascists, people in fascist regimes that turn communists, most of like you look at what happened to Germany after fascism. What really happened, although some went other places and a few went on trial, is that most of the people running the Nazi regime in West Germany just went into the capitalist system to help manage that. And in East Germany, the former Nazis all became communists and continued in mostly the same jobs. And the same fucking thing happened when communism collapsed in Germany and elsewhere. Technocrats in charge kept their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me say this, right? I have a major problem.
They share a lot of the same philosophical core underpinnings. But go ahead. I'll shut up now.
I apologize, right? Like, because I want to take it down to like break it down to not just the mentality of the philosophical mentals of these individuals as a whole, but I also want to stand here and have a conversation about the actual real life effects of all this and where I really get my mentality from as far as asking that question. Because when it comes down to it, if you're sitting here protecting somebody's bottom line as a corporation, for instance, an insurance company, by enforcing laws on individuals to get them to restrict their freedoms so that these corporations will be able to, make a profit. Isn't that fascist in its nature?
Yes.
Yes. Straight up.
See.
It's economic. It's
not
this
really.
This is something I brought up when before we started the stream. Everything you're talking about, Tom P, is economically fascist, but not socially fascist.
But it is socially fascist because you're standing here, you're making laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, for the economic benefit, but on the same point, you're making laws for the for the individuals to affect the people's economic.
And you're missing the role. You're missing the role of mass media because the state exerts so much control over the mass media, way more than we thought they did. In fact, all along, but certainly now, with controlling that, they can control the culture, cultural identity, and all that. They almost don't need to impose it. They make sure through the mass media that people all share certain ideas and ways of speaking and modes of thinking and all that.
Well, by the way, 24 people watching, 24 thumbs up. Thank you. That is a Stephen Blackman approved motherfucking ratio right there. By the way, I want to say what up. Hang on, let me say hi to the chat real quick. Monk Farmer, Victor Rand, Full Metal Joker, Fun Under Cars with Kids, Retro Supporter 93, Silver Eagle, Turish, 3/4 Yoda's out there, Gaming and Yelling, Poop spelled backwards is still poop. Acadia Cult Curio Shop. And I think that's about it, man. I want to say what up. Thank you all for coming out. And Captain Falcon, hi. It is nice, you know what I'm saying, to have everybody out here, right?
Hey, and
wait, Victor Rand, I'm talking about, it's not just insurance requirements on the vehicle. Think about Kevin Dukin. How you doing? Nice to see you out here. Think about how about like,
the fact
laws,
that you have to have drug tests to drive a fucking skid loader for a company.
Right, and you can't hire a felon because, you know what I'm saying, the insurance company says it's, you're wrong. You're allowed to look up, you're allowed to hold against somebody their criminal background.
You could even if they've got a restraining order against them.
your seat
or not.
Yeah, the fact that your cars have to have a certain type of performance on them. You're not allowed to or you're not allowed to drink and drive.
Hey, let me interrupt and say good night. I've had a really good time, but I gotta go, guys. God bless y'all. Nice meeting y'all.
Thank you, Max St. Jerome. It's appreciated.
And it was nice
as
talking to you,
always,
man.
you know what I mean? It's nice
Yeah,
having
but-
you out here.
Bless.
Yeah, but see, the
Right.
thing is that like if you define that as like fascism and stuff, then it's like literally any form of statism or state regulation is fascism, which
Well,
I
I
think
was
that's
gonna
literally stretching it thin.
ask Pnoid, isn't what you just described just a joining of hands when it comes to corporatism, consumerism, and statism?
Yeah, that's cronyism. I mean, again, I think cronyism and fascism are two separate things. Like fascism in its pure form is basically essentially like a more subtle form of like Marxism and stuff. They're from the same branch of family.
Well, okay, so here's my mentality. I have a problem when you use the state to help individuals earn a profit.
Well, I thought you
Well-
were an anarchist, Pnoid.
I'm not an anarchist. I am. I'm a white trash
Okay,
supremacist.
I'm an anarchist.
All right.
Fight me.
Like,
I'm just saying, it's
in
like,
principle, I
going by
agree
what
with
you're
you,
saying, it's
Pnoid,
kind of
but
defining,
as
like, the
soon
state as a
as you
whole.
lay down any sort of ground rules,
Well, I'm cool. I'm cool with ground rules, right? Like, like you're not allowed like rob, steal, rape, fucking pedophilia should be illegal.
that's what I'm saying. You are excluding bandits from the market by doing that.
Right. I mean, no. But what I'm saying is that like the mentality should be that if you want to be able to fuck up your life, it's your business.
Yeah, but I mean,
Again-
you obviously believe in punishment for like doing illegal stuff, right? Like breaking.
All right.
Well, yeah. I'm not talking about like not having any laws at all. I'm talking about like, if it's your body, it's your life, it's your business,
Yeah.
right? Like,
See,
like
I
you
think-
shouldn't, like we shouldn't have seatbelt laws, right? We shouldn't have car seat laws. We shouldn't have helmet laws. We shouldn't have
Yeah.
We shouldn't have lockdowns
That's-
for
Yeah, yeah.
viruses.
So what you're
Right.
saying,
That's-
Tom
I
P,
would call
is you have libertarian leaning.
I'm
Yeah,
very
see,
libertarian.
I wouldn't call that fascism. I just
Yeah.
would call that more, like a more regulated country and stuff. I mean, it's basically laissez-faire versus Keynesian economics. That's literally, you can find the economic argument between these two groups.
Man,
Well, like,
I read
I
the
mean,
general
it's
theory
not-
of unemployment, and Tom P, you actually like put it in some context where like not even Keynes would agree with the shit we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Well,
Keynes,
yeah, but I mean,
Keynes
yeah,
is
the
rolling
economics
over in
is
his
the same
grave.
thing, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's
Uh,
like
Keynes-
Well,
Keynes
no, like,
believes in
no, I
Keynes
think
believes
it-
in the
I think it actually-
palsied hand.
I think it might actually be like Marx. Like Marx made a whole lot of predictions of what was going to happen if you let capitalist countries run free. What happened? All the
Marx
capitalist
was a
countries-
fucking materialist.
Yeah.
well, Marx doesn't
no,
really
we're-
focus on
That
economics,
didn't.
though.
Well, yeah, he didn't, but that's what makes him
Yeah, that's-
popular.
Yo,
that's
like,
what I'm
okay,
talking
like,
about.
wait. Let's back this up. Let's back this up real quick, right? Because like, here's the mentality, right? It's really simple. Like, if it's you and your family, it's your business, right? The government has no place to tell you what to do, and the only reason that they do is because they're protecting insurance companies, and that's bullshit. That's my fucking problem.
But
Well,
you
what about-
gotta take it even one step back, even from that, because the reason why insurance companies even have the standing that they do is because we have a judiciary, and judiciaries work on at least partially the harm principle, in which you can't really bring a suit against anyone else unless you have standing and you can prove harm. So as long as you have those two principles in place as a fundamental part of a branch of government, then you're going to have this kind of crap pop up. That's why they didn't want a judiciary when they founded our nation, because they saw that judges always just keep bringing more power to themselves because they've got to protect people and they've got to make things right.
Well, that's okay. Look, here's my problem. It's not so much the judiciary that I have an issue, right? It's not the court proceeding, because like, yeah, that's a major issue as far as like the reasons why we have school shooters, for instance, is because we have a very litigious society, and every time somebody's kid gets punched in the fucking mouth, they have to call the police and get documentation together. because somebody might end up standing here fucking, suing the goddamn school. That's retarded. But let's take a step away from that for a second. I'm talking about literally legislatures legislating your fucking life, right? Because insurance companies lobby fucking congressmen to fucking do so. And that's a problem I have. That's something I don't like that at all. I don't like fucking any of those type of laws.
Well, that's not fascism. That's cronyism. That's different. That's
that's literally the combination of state and fucking government, state and corporations working together.
Yeah, that's cronyism.
Oh, that's very much what Keynes believed in. He made the argument that the invisible hand of the free market was a palsied hand, and the only thing that could correct failures within the free market was through government intervention. That was the entire premise of Keynes's entire economic philosophy.
Kevin Dugan, nigga, I was part of that.
And that's why you have this combination of corporatism and corporatism and statism, is because of that ideology where the government has to take place and be an active player within the free market, and that's where you end up with these types of structures and institutions.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to get at is that when you basically take what is essentially, cronyism, corporatism, call it fascism, you're basically playing into the hands of far leftists. That's like far leftists have tried for decades to basically rewrite history about fascism, saying that's what fascism is, and it's not. It's really just, basically a brand of socialism / Marxism. It's not just different in its own way.
All right, and let me
people like to say Nazis hated communists, but the thing is that just because they hated the communists doesn't change the fact that they were in the same family. It's kind of like the whole you can be related, but you still hate your family member.
All right, let me correct us. Fucking shared, what is it? Super Hobbit image. All right, school shooters is because of our litigious society, and I'm going to explain to you how. Right. Oh, Kevin, because I got sold.
Funny enough,
I was one of those kids.
Tompi, I already disagree with you, but I want to see what your explanation is.
Okay, all right. So the school shooting things, legitimately, it's very simple. All right. So when we outlawed alcohol, we ended up with gangsters shooting in the middle of the street, right? When we stood here and Kevin Duke, I live in Pennsylvania. Like I was literally part of that scandal. Yeah, so fucking okay. When you outlawed alcohol, you ended up with violence. When you outlawed drugs, you ended up with violence. When you outlawed motherfucking black dudes from having kids, you end up with fucking violence. When you outlaw motherfucking by the way, the vast majority of actually 50% of all crime is fucking child support. Right. And so what we did was the moment that a child stands here and puts hands on another child in school, you bring in a man with a gun and the badge into the conversation, right? Hang on, I'll take you there too. Give me a second because I got both of these covered.
No, I think I know you're right. Actually,
yeah, I'm right. Yeah, fucking yeah. So the moment you bring a man with a gun and the badge into a child's argument between like them and another child, right? Legitimately, you automatically escalated that argument to fucking automatic shooting. Like a certain percentage of individuals will start fucking banging hammers.
When do they start doing that though?
Like 80s or 90s, I think.
1988.
No,
zero tolerance.
So in 1950, a kid could get into like altercations and stuff, and the cops would get involved.
1988. Zero tolerance laws came in 1988. All right, and Super Hobbit image. Okay, so here's what happened, right? Legitimately, like when they stood here and they or every man who's gotten shot by the police in the past fucking 20 years for whatever has had a child support case, including George Floyd and all them other dudes, right? And 50% or 93% of all men inside of jails for fucking drug charges have child support cases. Right? Literally, they've made it illegal for black men to breed inside of the hood. That's what actually happened. Poor black men it's been made illegal because if you don't live with the baby's mom and you're 18 years old, how the fuck is it you're going to pay support and have a job and support yourself?
Wait, but you do realize
it's also worth noting that this isn't necessarily a racial thing because if you look at the
just as bad, but the poor blacks are the ones that actually cause most of the fucking crime is where I'm at.
Yeah, but that's more
but if you look at the spousal homicide rates, they're highest among cops.
but I said
What up?
I'm just trying to say is it's welfare. Like a lot of these people are on welfare and stuff.
Well, it's the moms. It's not the dad. The dads aren't on welfare. The dads can't get welfare.
That's the
Did you
baby
know?
mamas,
Did you know?
man.
They're
Did you
raised
know
by
it's
on welfare,
illegal?
though.
Did you know
They're
it's
raised on
illegal
welfare.
for a male over the age of 18 to live in Section 8 housing?
I did not know that myself.
Is that wait? Is that a law today? I knew that was
Yes.
kind of a law back then.
Yeah, it's a law today.
Okay. Well, I'm just
So-
saying is that
so
what
what
I'm gonna say
happens-
is that
so
I'm not saying they're on welfare. I'm
So
saying
yeah,
they're
what
raised on
happens?
welfare.
Yeah, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately, when the mom hops on welfare in Section 8, where's the dude gonna go?
Well, yeah, no. Well, that time, yeah, a lot of times those kids get involved with like gang and other activities and stuff, even before they turn 18. That's like, a
Well,
problem.
yeah, because their dads are fucking in the same. Their dad's going through the same cycle that they're about to go through.
Yeah, that's why people said the problem was welfare. You know, it stems from that. So I think
Why does the mom
welfare-
get on welfare? Because it's advertised to her and fucking pushed on her and given freely.
Well, she's gonna do it. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what any woman does. Like any woman's gonna pull that shit and stuff if they get the chances.
Mhm. Why turn down free
Like, I
money?
mean, basically, I think like pretty much all women, regardless of race, in some way, are on welfare twice as much as men.
Yeah,
Welfare
I mean,
for women
even
gets
without
them
Section
to
8 housing,
basically a
there are
middle class
still a good deal of men that
lifestyle,
also are on
and not
food
all
stamps,
men are
which is
middle
more
class.
welfare.
Is where it comes
well,
down to.
think about it this way. Here's the bitch about it. The average female on welfare with 2 kids receives $55,000 worth of government subsidies every day.
Wait,
Every year.
day or
Every year. I'm sorry, every year. Apologies.
And
I
the
was gonna say
average
every day is
income
like,
in the
wow.
U.S.
Every
is
day,
what,
every
30
day,
I'm
grand?
not
55
that
grand.
crazy.
Like, them niggas is millionaires and shit.
Yeah,
But
I
every
mean,
year.
well, that's true. I get that. It's just like I just think like also I mean when you look at it like especially food stamps. Like I work in like a retail job and stuff, and I've seen people use food stamps, which is for welfare, and a lot of times they use that food stamps to basically buy shit and stuff, even though it's cheaper to
Look,
buy some good chicken and vegetables.
Yeah, I know.
Savage
instead they
TV,
buy
none of that shit even actually matters. What actually matters is the fact that there's no correlation between people that sign up for that having income mobility versus people that don't, right? It's probably more of a hindrance than it is an actual benefit to those people to have them
Well, I'm
on
just saying
these.
like welfare.
Yeah, because
there's definitely a correlation between
it
welfare
causes
and
what's
work.
called I forget what's called exactly, but it's like the something income cliff, where if you start making some actual fucking money, then you lose all your benefits and your quality of life just tanks.
It's like 24,000 a year, right? Which is basically like $14
Can y'all hear
an
me?
hour. Yeah, I can hear you, Florida man. What up?
All right, cool. I
Yeah,
just got
it's
stopped by the
$12
cops
an hour.
today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for quote unquote speeding. I stopped behind this fucking dyke bitch, and I let her go through. And then as soon as I slightly passed her, and I'm stopped, her lights go on, telling me that you shouldn't have been able to catch up to me, or some shit. So apparently now I had no idea if I'm going fast like a few miles before them, even though I'm completely stopped, they can still tell that I went too fast somehow.
oh they're assholes.
Yeah.
Like I'd fight that in court. They didn't measure.
I mean, I didn't get a ticket, I got like a warning, but even still, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like she said, her machine went off.
Follow the rules, boy.
Goddamn, and she looked dead. She had like those dead eyes, like some lesbian, gray-haired, spiky-haired dyke with like light blue eyes, and looked like she a zombie.
So, like, I think like super hominid image is a new dude around here. I think we need to explain that like women are terrible, right? Like, I don't think I don't think he really understands this fact. Like,
I don't.
okay,
I think
I have 2 daughters, right? I mean, fucking they're 2 and 3. They're adorable, and I love them, and they're my baby girls.
you
Right?
have daughters, and you're gonna say stuff like that, man?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, dude, it's the truth. Reality is compared by your fifis and wans.
yeah. Like, yo,
I mean,
I'm teaching them. I'm teaching them to
don't-
do dishes, nigga. Like, I don't know about you.
I personally think that it's more like we kind of just allow them to be terrible. I wouldn't say like
Yes,
I think it's
and
just part of like what happened.
yes,
it's like
but
a
they
school.
are by nature.
By nature, they are.
Well, it's like with kids, basically. I'd say like kids will do stuff unless you like put your foot down. That's how it works.
Nah, like yo, dudes will naturally respond to taking responsibility. They like that
It
shit.
depends on what
That's
type
why.
of dude.
No. In general, like a kid, like you know what I'm saying. If you give him a pet, he's gonna want to feed it. You know what I'm saying?
I
He's
mean,
gonna
chicks
want to
just
take
don't
care of
wanna
it.
pet
Like
it.
he's gonna want to, you know what I mean? Fucking, he's gonna want to be responsible for that animal. You know what I'm saying? That's what dudes do. Like if a dude, like you end up giving like a boy a little brother or sister, or whatever, he's gonna want to take care of that brother or sister, right? You know what I'm saying? It's inherent in his motherfucking bones that he's supposed to die for that individual, right? That's what he's supposed to do. He gets that. That's his mental. That's our
Yeah.
natural fucking DNA.
You're not wrong, but goddamn, does that suck?
Yeah, I feel you. It is what it is. But anyway, right? So like we need to take this here. All right. So I got two little girls. They're my princesses. They're my babies. I love them to death. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So my baby's moms, as always, missed my kid's doctor's appointment, right? 2-year-old checkup for, you know what I mean, the shots and all that thing. So I go and, you know what I mean, I fucking like they call me, you know what I'm saying, the doctor's office, they call me, you're like, hey man, your kid missed the doctor's appointment. You know, you would like to reschedule. I said, yeah, let's reschedule. So I fucking, you know, I do whatever. All right, cool. I took off work, make sure I had time to go take my kid to the doctor. Took my kid to the doctor, got shots, measured, the whole nine. Her kid's healthy, happy, you know what I mean, does everything it's supposed to do. So I stand here and I'm talking to my dad tonight, and he's like, you're not upset with your fucking baby's moms for, you know what I'm saying, missing the appointment? I said, that would mean that I would expect her to do shit, right? I would expect her to want to be responsible. That's like,
look, Tom P, this is one of those situations where, like, I'm not sure if this says less about women than it does about your choice in women you fucking make kids.
No, look, they're all the same on the inside at the end of the day.
I'm not.
Yeah, they're not really that different.
I'm
Some
not
are more
sure about
honest
that.
than others.
Oh, holy shit! No, that's a lie. It's a lie. That's
That's
What up, AP?
What up?
Yo, right. So like my baby's mom, she's standing here, right? And my dad's looking at me. He's like, why don't you expect her to do what she's supposed to do? I said, look, my car got floor flat tires. I'm not gonna expect it, you know what I'm saying, to get on the fucking highway. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, expecting that would make me retarded. You know what I'm saying? So like if you stop having expectations and stop thinking that they're gonna fucking do the right, it stops bothering you when they don't. It's a basic premise.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure what needs to happen right now is Tom P, you need to let AP know what the situation.
AP, my nigga.
What up? What's going on, man?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I just woke up, man. I took a little nap, you know. Had some dinner, took me a little nap. I just woke up, saw y'all were doing this, so I wanted to jump on and say what's up. Just cruising around Discord and shit, saw a bunch of people in here. Yo, man, you ain't lying about that. Women, one problem with women right here, right? And they're all like this. A woman who is a 5 thinks that she can be with a man who is like an 8 or a 9. They aspire to be with men who are an 8 or a 9, right?
Yeah, I mean,
But a man who's a 5 don't try to go after women that are 9s and 10s, man. We don't do that shit. We know how to do the math.
Well, that's because
Fucking liar. I'll
well,
totally
that's
do
because-
that if I have enough
well,
money to accomplish that.
Because money. If you have a lot of money, then you're a 9 or a 10 man. That adds to the math here. Like my ex-wife right here, right? Here's how a relationship works. If I'm like a 6 as a man, right? And a bitch is a 3, she better be feeding me dinner and sucking my dick and getting them points so we're evened out. Otherwise, that relationship ain't gonna work out. Like if my girl is an 8 and I'm a 5, I need to be doing a lot of shit to keep that bitch around, to even that math up, put points on top of myself.
So that's literally your situation, AP. So what are you doing to keep Leaf happy?
You know what I do? For real. No, for real. You want to know how that works out? I am nicer to her than everybody else around us.
Oh my god.
That's how that works out, man. She sees how I treat the rest of the world, and then I get on a call with her, and she sees how I treat her, and that adds a couple points to me. My ex-wife, on the other hand, was like a 3 when I was a 6, and she didn't want to do shit, and that relationship didn't work out, man, because I'm sitting here being the only one. The points weren't even.
Oh, see, you know, what I mean, what you got to do is like legit. I've had bitches come to the crib and like they hang out for like 3-4 days, and on like the second day, if the vacuum cleaner don't move, I tell that bitch to get the fuck out. You know, that's just how that works.
But see, Tom,
Well,
let me ask you this:
thing
if
is-
you about a 6 or a 7, man. You know, what I mean, you're a
I'm,
little
I'm
above
right
the
around
average,
you.
man.
I'm right around
hold
where
on.
you
But
are.
but if you was with a bitch who was a 10, would you expect her to and would you expect her to turn that vacuum cleaner on if she was a goddamn 10?
Okay. Well, see, with a 10, you don't expect her to turn the vacuum cleaner on. What you expect is for that female to stand here and let you hit it on a regular basis, right? You know what I'm saying?
And you better just expect that because the math ain't working
That's all
out.
you gotta expect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all
like
you
as I
gotta
said, you gotta temper your expectation, right?
A whip-
Legit.
but-
I mean, that's an
and-
important thing.
And that's really the point I was getting to is women's expectations are different. A woman expects to have lower points than you and yet still be a queen, still be treated like a queen. No, you're a fucking if you're lower than me and you're not stacking points, you need to be a slave. If I'm a 6 and you're a 3, your ass better be sucking my dick and cooking me dinner every night. Otherwise, you can get the fuck out.
Well, right now, I'm trying to talk my way into some polygamy, to be perfectly honest. That's
Tell
what
me
I'm.
why. You got
Why?
to be in a relationship to get into a polygamy, man.
You get shanked.
Yo, look, I'm trying to talk my way into polygamy right now. Like I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying, like having like extra wives and shit, right?
Why
'Cause-
talk? Just do it. Tell
What
it. This is
color?
how
Wait,
it's
what
done.
color? Wait, what
Wait,
color is your
wait,
wife?
whoa, Tompi. I
Hold on,
know,
hold on.
I know.
What
You
color
said
is
your
your
best friend's like a Muslim dude. Did he convince you into the faith?
No,
What's
no,
going
no, no,
on?
no.
Or just that one part?
What color? Yo, what color is your wife?
White.
Oh,
Pale
okay.
white or Mexican white?
Yeah,
Like
why?
not like Pennsylvania Dutch.
Oh, like, why? Like, sorry, why are you doing polygamy then?
Well, because man, like you always gotta have spare pussy sitting around. It's like if you have one gun, you need two. You know what I mean? Like it's just how that operates.
And think of it this way: like the same broad's like gonna want to bang you every single day. So when one gets tired, you go to the next one.
And you're not
Okay,
gonna want to
it
bang the
better
same
be
broad
Asian
every
pussy.
day.
Fine, it better be Asian pussy then.
Why
The-
why
the
try to be in a
best-
relationship at all though, man? Like I wouldn't want more than like been in a
You
relationship
gotta
with one
keep your
woman
status
is
up.
enough.
You want to destroy. You want to destroy your sexual status.
You just
man.
throw her in a closet, man. She's not like an extra wife. You just throw her in the closet, and when you need some extra pussy, you open that closet up. There you go.
Well, not like what I'm trying to do is, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd like to be able to have, you know what I'm saying, my kids and my baby's moms and my fucking shorty, right, in the same spot so that I can be able to like, you know what I mean, spend time with my kids whenever the fuck I want to.
Yeah, sure, Tom. Okay, so yeah, you should move to Utah and join the Mormon Church.
I don't want to be a Mormon. I don't want no special underwear, and they are way too white for me.
Mormons are
Oh,
the worst people
who
on
cares?
earth, man.
Who
Oh,
cares?
are the
Mormons
worst
fucking
people
suck,
you'll ever
dude.
meet.
They suck.
Well, they keep their women in line. What you talking about?
Yo, but the Mormons look like a type of people who fucking started housing associations. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So like,
Yo,
you
look,
want
your
to still
mic.
be
Yo,
around,
stop rubbing
so
your
you want
mic,
to still be
nigga.
around joggers, like, so you want to still be around joggers? You're saying
No. I want to be around rednecks with cars in their front yard.
redness cause? Okay.
They come down to Florida.
Okay, so you wanna? Okay, so you wanna be Uncle Dad? You mean?
You
Sort of,
call him a
kind
child molester?
of. No. Like
I had
yo,
to make the
what he's saying is that like yo,
Hell yeah, meth. What? There should be. All right, what about now?
Welcome to the fucking internet.
What happened?
Is everything good? Sound again?
Did you fix something? Yeah, somebody in the chat, let me know what's up.
Damn.
I can.
That's what
I
One
happens.
can
of,
hear-
Man,
one
maybe-
of sound
maybe-
and they won't type shift or
Yeah, I
Maybe
can
the
hear
Mormons
sound.
were
I
right.
can
We
hear
talked some
sound
shit about the
too.
Mormons and the sound. God just turned the sound off.
Yeah, no, I can hear
The Mormons did some
I can hear
shit.
the stream. It's good. The stream's good.
Look,
can hear it.
man, Joseph Smith did nothing wrong.
All right,
Joseph
we're good.
Smith
We're
did
good.
I would
everything
say
wrong.
that-
We would
Yeah,
have
I
to get
would
on a
just
whole
say-
new stream to talk to me about Mormons, man. I'm not going to come in here and start that. I don't like them motherfuckers. I would
doesn't
never
matter.
like them
You
You
motherfuckers.
know what? I wouldn't
Okay,
even have to hear from
going
you,
off
man.
the-
I would just have to watch the episode of
Going
South
off
Park
the-
about the Mormons.
Going off of
Dum
monkey
dum dum
logic,
dum dum
if
dum.
you keep your
Yeah.
women in line, you're all cool and stuff. It's going off of monkey logic.
Smarts are
Yo,
smart.
but
Smarts are smart.
AP's not wrong, right? Real shit. Like a mom will abandon a bullshit son to the fucking wolves. Like
In a
just-
second. Take care of yourself, boy. You're a piece of shit. Like that's.
Yeah.
But even if my daughter grew up to be everything I hate in the female species, I would still love her. And women don't love like us. A woman's love, like when you love a woman, you want to take care of her. You want to provide for her, provide for that family. When women don't feel that way. Their love is dependent on what you can do for them. Even down to a heroin addict, down to a fucking heroin addict. If a man and a woman are heroin addicts together, that man loves that woman trying to get her heroin. That woman's love is still dependent on him coming home with a pill of heroin every day.
Well, so you don't believe that like women actually love their kids?
No, they don't.
No, I believe they're genetically. I believe they are genetically wired to
Dude,
nurture.
even lions, like when fucking King Lion whatever dies, the mom would kill the kids to get in favor
Dude,
of
that is
the
Lion
dude.
King. You are.
We're not
Look,
talking.
Star
We're
Wars
not
is
talking
real.
about lions.
First of all, we're not like we're also not lions.
Even in-
We're like that's a completely different.
Okay,
species.
how about what's that dude? The fucking
I didn't say women didn't
Conquer
love. I
motherfucker.
said women don't feel love the same way men
Yeah, they
do.
don't. They don't feel the same way.
And I'll
They
put this
do
in a way
all-
that's probably going to be. It might ruffle feathers, but I don't care because it's the fucking truth.
Tell them, Doku.
Yeah.
Who are the biggest advocates for abortion?
Women.
Black women.
like, why is it every time? Like, I was listening to some shit the other night. They were like, they were talking about on the Rolling Stone joint. She's like, oh, this guy doesn't care about women's rights. You should hear how he talks about abortion. And I'm like, why is it that's the only thing that y'all care about is
It's
killing
a-
children?
It's just
hate
take
that.
your cow.
Theoretically. Well, okay, from what I can tell, from what I've seen, it's like they're like women who are against abortion is actually a pretty big number. It's not the majority, but it's pretty close to 50%. Like they are pretty close to the majority though.
Yeah,
You
but
know
the
who
ones
women
that
are- you
advocate
know what
against
women
it
are-
usually have children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Women, that's not because they give a fuck about abortion. That's because they're mad they got saddled with a kid and didn't have an abortion, and they're hating on the mother bitch. That's why they have that. Men are the ones over here thinking about it like, yo, you're about to kill a
Again,
baby.
that's but
Well-
again, that's like again, we don't know we don't know that's true. That's just
I'll give you an
assertion.
example of a difference between a man and a woman's mind right now. Women want abortion. Don't give a fuck about abortion. They want free abortion for everybody. There's a bitch. I don't like her at all, man. I was making fucking slanderous videos about this bitch, and I decided to stop at least for 2 months because this bitch is 8.5 months pregnant, and I don't want it on my conscience if she fucking punches
Loses the
herself in the
baby.
belly to get goddamn internet clout and pity. I'm like, yo, it ain't worth it. I'll just have to take an L because that's what men do. We are wired to protect the young. The women aren't wired to protect the young. Women and children first. But if a boat starts sinking, that bitch is jumping off the side. And if that kids can't swim, she'll cry the rest of her life. There was nothing I could do. A man will drown with that baby. The
Hey,
man
hey,
will
let's
go
be
down to the
honest.
bottom and be
Okay,
with
so-
that baby.
AP, let's be honest
No,
though.
I just have a curious question.
Men are biologically wired to protect the family. It is.
Okay, I just
It's
have a-
what's
I
in
just
our
have a-
head.
That's what I said.
I
Yeah,
just have
exactly.
one
Exactly.
curious question. I just got a curious question. Stop. Like, so going off of your logic, like explain like pedophiles and sexual offenders and stuff, since they're like a good chunk of them are men.
They're fucked up. They're fucked up and broken,
They're
man.
fucked
Most of the time, they were abused as children.
Yeah, the vast majority.
Just
of them.
statistically speaking.
And again, it's because, as I just said, men are biologically wired. It's why most pedophiles tend to be male. We're biologically wired to try to protect the family. That includes children. If you have some fucked up trauma in your head, you start thinking about protecting in a very different way, and it leads to some fucked up shit going on in your head, and that's what you'll see with a lot of pedophiles. If you go through and you look at some of the psychological evaluations from these people, they have been psychologically traumatized to the sense where they feel like they have to give love and protection to the point where it has become so warped that they think they're doing something good or what they're doing isn't bad.
Plus, the sex drive of a man is different from the sex drive of a woman. A child can't give nothing to a woman. Child can't buy nothing for a woman.
I thought we weren't allowed to try and understand what's going on. I thought we were just supposed to hate him and stuff.
Hey, we just told you, say straight up fucked up. We didn't
Yeah,
explain nothing about them. All of our answers were the same. They're
Yo,
fucked
look,
up.
man, we are allowed. This is my channel. All right, this isn't like everybody else's bullshit channel where like they don't do nuance. We literally live on nuance on this fucking channel, dude.
Yeah.
Legit, like this is what we do over here. Is just nuance. Like it isn't. There is no like fucking right or wrong or crazy shit. Like yo, we get into like the nitty, small, dumb bullshit details. That's where we live.
On that note, I just
Hey, I
remind
can
everybody
explain
that
how
we're
somebody
streaming live
veers
from
off
the
and-
Lucky Hand Casinos here in
That's
the
one.
famous Las
See, that's one of
Tejas
the things I
resort.
hate about normies was their lack of trying to get to the bottom of the problem. They're just playing the game and stuff, which pisses me off.
Yeah,
It gets
like,
That
emotional.
really ain't what we did, though, man. Ain't nobody defending them. All of our first answers were they're fucked up, and then you were like, I need more detail than that, and so we explained why they're fucked up.
yeah,
No,
like
no. What I just said was what I said earlier was kind of a joke and stuff. Saying, "Oh, we aren't supposed to understand. We're just supposed to kill them."
Well, nigga, don't come back
Yeah.
at the end and be like, well, you know what I'm saying? I don't like how people explaining it, man. You're the one who dialed down as a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't
like,
think you're going to
legit.
find anyone here that's going to be defending diddlers.
Hell
Yo,
no.
legit.
No,
Yo,
no. I'm just saying is that
you understand? Like, yo, look.
normies,
Let me tell you the story about Harry Stein. All right, I'm gonna tell you a story about a nigga named Harry. Right, Harry Stein was this white dude. Fucking when I was living down in the hood, with my nigga, the Muslim dude. Fucking him and his wife and her two kids had
Oh,
a
yeah.
room. I had a room up
So-
on the third
So,
floor. Yo,
wait, hold on.
hang on.
Give me 1 second. This guy's name's Harry Stein. Just want to make sure, right? So he's obviously a Jew, and he's going to come
maybe.
into a conflict with your Muslim friend. All right, let's go.
No, that's not what's gonna happen. All right, so here's what happened. I was living with my Muslim friend. Right, me and him had an apartment. You know what I'm saying? Each of us had a room on the third floor, just walk up down in the motherfucking fifth ward and shit. And fucking my boy fucking had this bitch that he was banging. She was like missing like 3 of her front teeth and shit. She get like the best blowjobs and shit, right? And so like fucking, but she had a boyfriend named Harry Stein, right? And Harry Stein was this nigga who claimed to be Italian, right? He goes, my Uncle Tony Giannetti just got handed Brooklyn, man. You don't want to fuck with me. And like, yo, I was really, really quickly getting tired of his bullshit.
Scooby Stein.
Right. Yeah. So real shit, just like Scoob. Bro, I'm not fucking with you. Right. So like I ended up a couple of the times gripping this nigga up, you know what I'm saying? All fucking tight and twisted and shit. Like, yo, nigga, let me crack this nigga. And they wouldn't give me permission to hit this motherfucker. Eventually, you know what I'm saying? It came down to the point where I literally threw this nigga down 3 flights of steps and beat his ass in the middle of the motherfucking front yard and shit and let them laying in the motherfucking sidewalk.
Oh,
But
Pixar didn't happen.
right, yo, and then this nigga here, we come to find out that this dude legit, he hit a fucking 2-year-old in the face with a Timberland boot and broke a fucking cheekbone. Right.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Oh,
a no-no.
Yo, and so
beat him to death.
he went to cops. Like we found out he did it because of the fact that like the cops picked him up and you know they hit him with a phone book a couple of times and you know what I mean coerced a fucking confession out of him and shit. And so we went down to the county jail, you know what I mean, and my niggas was down there. Actually, my boy was about to go in. He was down there, and my boy, little motherfucking Ricky and shit. They were both down there, and fucking I told him, you know, I got on the jack with him because they were visiting with like some broad, and my boy was visiting with his parents. And like, you know what I'm saying? I was at the county. I was like, yo, nigga, that dude there, yo, he hit a kid in the face with a fucking Timberland boot. Right? You know what I'm saying? Broke a fucking face. And like, yo, nobody ever heard from that nigga ever again. Legit.
good
They put him
point.
out in the jungle and he motherfucking never came back.
That kind of answers Savage TV's question. Like, if you're gonna be like, then why are most convicted pedophiles men? Let me ask you this: why do they always die in prison amongst the worst people that America has? Murderers
Yeah, I know, they're
and
shameful.
all them motherfuckers. But when they catch a pedophile in prison, they ain't gonna make it because
Yeah.
That's a
we're
death sentence.
wired to protect children and people weaker than us if they're not fundamentally fucked up in the head.
Hey Tom, please tell me you like basically snuck pork in your Muslim friend's food and stuff as a gag, right?
Oh yeah, I did a few times.
Oh sweet.
Man, there was a Muslim dude who used to run this little shop, man. And we worked right by there, and this motherfucker, he would have us go buy beers for him because he didn't want to be seen in the store by his other Muslim friends. The motherfuckers fuck up. Just like that's like saying like, you know, I don't know, like Catholics don't eat meat on Fridays. Yes, they do.
Yeah, we
They
do.
all do.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
we do.
okay, in America, yeah, I mean, I don't think you can really run into any devout Catholics like that. It's
Oh,
not
you
really
do.
like that anymore, yeah.
You
I met a
do.
couple.
Do you?
Yeah, I
Okay,
know a
never
few.
Yeah.
run into a
When I lived in
Catholic.
Louisiana as a kid, like those are some hardcore Catholics. Some of them people only ate
Okay,
fish
yeah,
on
we're
Fridays,
talking
yeah.
about very traditional, but like when you're up north, that's like extremely hard to find.
Yo,
Why would I want to go up north though?
you'll find that like in
Oh, I
like
mean, I live in the north.
older people, right? Like older, especially like older women and shit. They won't eat meat on Fridays and shit. But then again, they usually don't eat fucking meat. Got fucking, I mean, weirdo bitches to begin with.
Oh, dude, and people get a kick out of this one.
Don't get me
Fucking
started on-
living over in Conroe, Texas.
Yeah,
There
don't
are
get me
these-
started on vegan
there-
bitches and stuff. 'Cause they're
there are-
crazy.
There are these people that came, they would come across from Louisiana. They drive like an hour to this one specific Whataburger. I don't know why, but they would hold their Sunday service in a fucking Whataburger.
They would drive to Conroe from Louisiana. That's like a 2-hour drive, man. 2.5
Yeah,
hour
shit
drive
you
from the
not.
border to Conroe.
I shit you not, dude. It was right by that. This was back like in 2001, 2002. They just built a brand new fucking high school over there in Conroe. You probably know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what high school you're
You
talking
say
about.
it- you say it was a- you say it was a 2-hour drive?
105. They're Conroe High School.
Yep.
Wait, did you say it was a 2-hour drive?
Yeah, they would drive 2 hours because they wouldn't let them eat. They wouldn't let them eat fucking Whataburger in the church, so they fucking held service in the fucking Whataburger instead.
If you take
I
105
mean,
and
2
you don't
hours is
take,
about
you
the
don't take
distance to get
I-10,
from
you can make
Connecticut to
Louisiana in
New
2 hours.
Yeah,
don't ask
that's
me-
like about, that's
don't
like
ask me
going
why
from
they
Connecticut
go to
to New York,
church.
though.
Don't ask me why they did it, because I was not going to approach
For them
them.
breakfast taquitos, son, that's why they did it, dude. You know exactly why they did it, man. Because
All right, you might have a point. You might
Yeah,
have a point.
I ain't never had no Whataburger.
You need to come check
You
that
need
out.
to have a Whataburger. It's the one place
what's a-
that will just put a fried egg on anything, and it's
That's a
amazing.
Whataburger. That's an old Whataburger drink cup right there. You listening to me shake around.
Whataburger is
Yo.
pretty fucking good. You get the chance, you got to
Yeah,
try it.
here in the Pacific Northwest, we just got like Burgerville and shit and stuff.
Well, yeah, because everything up there is built by commies. Y'all don't know what's good.
Yo, man, we don't do that like fucking corporatist bullshit where I come from. It's all like pizza shops, fucking Puerto Rican joints and bodegas.
Yeah, you like you're in
Dude,
Pennsylvania.
Whataburger is still privately owned.
Whoa! You're like what? You're in Pennsylvania, aren't you, Tom?
Yeah. I mean, we got like McDonald's and Burger King and Hardee's and shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
got,
mean, but
you
not
got,
license
like,
plate.
you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're like a massive corporation, the NFL. That's like one of the biggest,
No.
sports
Like, yo, I don't live in Pittsburgh. First off, right? Like,
Yeah,
yo, I'm
that's
not a
Pennsylvania,
Yinzer,
so-
nigga. The fuck out of here.
Eagles. You guys all they're all in Pennsylvania. Eagles and Steelers.
Yeah, we hate the Eagles too. Everybody hates Eagles fans. Like legit, they're the most terrible fan base in all of the NFL. Like,
Oh, so you're on the Steelers side.
no, I'm not. I'm in the middle. I'm in Harrisburg. I'm in the mountains.
Okay, well, like I mean, Steelers suck too. Though.
Yo, the Steelers are garbage, and I can't stand the Eagles either. I'll be honest with you. Like the fucking
Well,
Eagles.
I mean,
I'm a
this
Niners
year,
fan. You know
well,
what I
this
mean?
year the Steelers are like 10-0 or 11.
11 and
God,
they're 11 and 0 this
to
year.
be a Niners fan right now.
Yo, what are you talking about, bro? We're just getting healthy. We about to start wrecking shop. We smacked the fuck out of the Rams,
Dude,
and they're calling
bro,
for us to beat the Bills this
Bro,
week.
I'm a Seattle fan. We kind of kick their asses and stuff a lot.
Yo, look, man. All right, we are fucking tired of Russell Wilson. All right, everybody is tired of Russell Wilson. He needs to go away. fucking sick of losing to him on a regular fucking basis. God
Hey,
damn it.
it's not our fault that you paid like $100 million to the quarterback who can't throw past the yards.
And he's made of fucking tissue paper. I got it.
As a Redskins fan, I can't say shit.
I remember that Chiefs
Tom,
game
fun
where
fact.
we ruined your season last
Wait,
year.
hey, Tom,
Oh,
fun fact.
Doku,
Hey,
have
Tom,
you heard of Tom Grossi?
Say
Hey,
what?
Tom, you do realize that the Niners passed up on both Brady and Rodgers, right? You could have had.
Yeah,
either
I
of
know.
those
I
people.
fucking know. We fucking picked Alex Smith over goddamn Aaron Rodgers. I fucking know. All right, you ain't gotta fucking tell me nothing. Doku, legit. I gotta send you some shit. Fucking Okay, hang on a minute. I'm gonna look this shit up. Fucking, this is the best YouTube channel I have ever seen. Right, for football. There's two of them. One is Urinating Tree, right?
Yeah,
I
know
don't follow sports YouTubers. It's just not my thing. But I'll
Oh,
check it out.
no.
Yo, look,
there's some
look.
good sports YouTubers. Urinating is funny. Like he did a really funny segment called "Days of Our Steelers," where he rips into the Steelers in their 2019 and 2018 season.
Yeah, like this dude, legit. He is fucking. This is Urinating Tree. I'm gonna put it in the Discord general for you. Fucking here, do me a favor, click on this, sub to this nigga, and then this dude here, he does fucking Tom Grossi. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of him. He's a newer guy. He's not quite as big. God damn it, motherfucker, Tom Grossi.
And I'll just tell you, man. And between the Skins, or what are they even fucking called now? Are they still the Washington football team? Whatever fucking bullshit they came up with. God.
Yeah,
But between the Skins, the Texans, and the Saints, like I don't know. I don't have much hope. I'm just paying attention to hockey now.
Let me be real. Let me be real. Yo, y'all are half a game out of the fucking the lead for your fucking division right now. So I wouldn't be mad about the Skins. And like, yo, he literally called the Redskins wildflower. Like, it's you got to watch it. It's fucking spectacular. He has like the NFC and AFC East reacts to fucking each week of the football season, and he does like these long, like these 12 or 13-minute skits every week, right? And
I'd rather give him the views than actually fucking give ESPN the views, because the teams themselves that. Schneider can go fuck himself.
Yo, you gotta watch it from like the beginning, because it's like a long movie, almost like I'm trying to think here.
Like I said, I'll watch the YouTubers. I'm just not gonna watch the actual games.
Well, speaking of ESPN, Tom, did you I know that you like watching Stephen A. Smith, right?
Yeah, I do. Fan.
Yeah, like did you see his whole like rant when they missed out on Zion Williamson to the Knicks and stuff?
No, I didn't even. I didn't fucking see that.
His Knick rants are hilarious because he's a New York Knicks fan. Some of the Knicks are like they're kind of basically the Seattle Mariners of the NBA in New York.
Right here, this is for y'all in the chat. Y'all go check out this channel. The Broncos this week, legit, it was the greatest week I have ever seen from any football team ever. Right, legit. Yo, they had a dude who had never started a game as a quarterback in his entire life, other than a little bit in college at Wake Forest 6 years ago. They tried to get their fucking coach to be a fucking quarterback for the fucking game because they had no quarterbacks on the roster. It was beautiful. Like,
what?
Yo, this dude is, yeah.
That's a thing?
Yo, because of COVID. Like, they had 20 players out.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Yo, the
what's
NFL
next? The referee?
Yo, legit.
The referee's gonna join in.
Yo, legit, they tried to have their coach play quarterback and the NFL wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, this season has been the best season of football I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yo, really? You're gonna take a call while you're on stream, nigga.
Yeah, unlike some Hawks fans, I actually kind of respect the Niners because of their history, because like I'm a big fan of like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, so like you kind of have to put respect on the Niners.
Yeah,
I just subscribed to this dude Turd Flinging Monkey you always talking about, man. This buddy of yours. How we get 96,000 subscribers, man, reviewing sex toys and shit.
Yo, because he basically got thrown off of YouTube.
Yeah,
he gets fucking
90,000
sponsored. He gets
subscribers.
sponsored.
I kind of feel like TF. I mean, I like older TFM, but
Me
like he's
too.
always doing streams now. It's like I don't know. I don't really like the always streaming type of stuff. I like the
I should
shorter
unsubscribe is what you're
videos
telling me, man.
that
I
talk
should
about
unsub?
like his
All right.
economics videos were really fun to watch. You know.
Yeah, his old economics videos were the best, but legit, like he got smacked on YouTube and like basically deleted his whole channel.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna knock TFM for reviewing sex toys because they fucking pay him to do it.
No, that's cool. I'm just saying. I looked at like I was just looking at the amount of views on his video, and I'm like, how this motherfucker got 90,000 subscribers with like only 20 videos, and most of them getting like 6,000 views.
It's because
But if
he
he
deleted
deleted a whole channel before, that makes sense. Like, all right.
Yeah, he deleted his whole channel, like legit, like fucking he.
I'm over here.
He's
like,
mostly
subscriber buying motherfucker. You got Tom P out here liking you.
Yeah,
He's out here buying subscribers, getting 600 views per video.
Yeah,
No, but that makes sense if he had like a bunch of videos he deleted before.
Yeah, he had videos with like hundreds of millions of fucking, or not like with millions of views on them and shit. Like, but yeah, like he's now on MGTOW TV and D Live and shit.
Wait, Pnoid, wasn't TFM the one that got the whole flat ass Captain Marvel thing going on Twitter?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's the one to do the smiling meme.
Yeah, that I thought that. Yeah. That should tell you. That should tell you.
Well, the thing is, yeah, because it's kind of too bad because like I really enjoyed his Purgeonomics video because that was a pretty good video he did about like kind of the benefits of like basically kind of purging and stuff.
Yeah, Psycho. It's not up on YouTube anymore. Like all of his videos that were up on YouTube are gone. Right, like all of his good shit. That Florida man. And if you want unmuted, let me know, man. Like legit, you were on the phone, and I was not going to sit and listen to your private phone conversation. Goddamn fucking. Like, yo, because you didn't mute yourself out.
We all know you were buying weed now, man.
Well, the cool thing about his Purgeonomics video was that he was talking about how, like, it's like, if people are going to riot, you can just shoot them in the face. And then things become a lot cheaper because Purgeonomics basically wipes out a whole bunch of criminals and stuff. And then things become cheaper because then you can buy housing without having to deal with all, like, the nut jobs and stuff.
Who's this nigga who never working? Let's put him to work.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna fucking find out who he is.
Hey, no, the silver light friend of mine be nice.
Yeah, you're sitting here. Yo, look,
I don't even know if he knows how to unmute his mic.
Wait, who? What?
I'm never working. Who are you?
Friend of mine.
Yep.
IRL.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Psycho, look at his videos and look at what all of them are and tell me that that's his content. Right? You remember his content? Like all of his shit with Memphis Molebug and I mean his shit with DDJ and all that shit. Like none of that is on his channel at all. Yo, motherfucking Ballistic Hero. Well, silly.
Hey, you're not supposed to talk about He Must Not Be Named, remember?
Nigga, what are you talking? I've had him on his channel after that.
Well, you mean DDJ?
Yeah.
Dude.
I run around with everybody on YouTube, motherfucker. Like,
but DJ's like DJ is like a backstabber and stuff. Yeah.
Well, again, like you don't give him the ability to backstab you. You know what I mean? And he knows better than to come at me because, like, I'm an actual savage. I will eat that nigga for breakfast.
Well, I mean,
stop. Real quick.
I'm never working. Is here?
Tom P, give me a sec. I'm never working. It's a real life friend of mine. He's never been on Discord or YouTube or anything like that before. He just wants to come talk, come hang out, and like give him a little bit of a break. He's a smart dude, but like I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep up with us. I really don't.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, son.
Welcome to the.
I'm just wondering if you can all hang with me.
Trial by fire.
Tom, weren't you the one who also posted like?
Tom said, "Shut the fuck up," and muted him. What?
Tom's just like, "I'm never working. Say your piece."
Just say your piece, my nigga. I'm never working. Are you there, my brother? You're working.
Can
Oh shit.
can you even hear me?
There we go. I
Yeah,
can hear you.
yeah,
now.
I can
you're
hear you
good.
now.
You're on the air. Welcome to Late Night with Tom Pnoid, your vanilla gorilla.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear you.
Nigga, we can hear you.
Can you hear us? I don't think you can hear us.
Yo, I'm never working. Can you hear us?
Hang
I
on.
hear. I hear you. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's up?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm
Yes.
Tom
All right,
Iowa.
yeah,
You're on the air.
I am Tom Peace. You are live on YouTube right now with like 30 people watching at the second. You know what I mean?
This is my 10th minute on Discord.
Well, it's nice to meet you. How you doing? What are you about, my brother? What do you do?
Wait, hold on. Don't answer that question. Do not, please.
Oh, wait. Hang on. All right. How are you? How's your night going? You know what I mean? What are you into politically? Like what do you
You like the Mandalorian?
do you like cats?
What's up, man? How you doing?
It's all on you. I'm never working.
We're not gonna be mean to you, but we're gonna beat up Excel later for this.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
We're gonna take it to the bathroom and
so-
I'll get off the walls a little bit for letting you.
A
Come on, keep up
a
with
little bit
us.
about myself. My elevator speech.
Your elevator speech? You're gonna give your elevator speech? You need a soapbox, nigga?
Yeah, man, go ahead, man. Do your bit. You got a bit about elevators you want to do? Go on, man. Stage is yours.
A little bit of lag there.
Oh, you got some lag going on in your shit. All right, hang on, yo.
Makes sense, yeah.
No, man, I'm good. I turned 50 in November. I collect comic books.
That's cool. There's a lot of comic book guys out here. I'm not a big comic book guy. I like the X-Men cartoon show from back in the day, but while y'all were collecting comic books, I was busy playing football and baseball and basketball and
All right, you know what?
selling weed.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you were being a real man,
I'm
Tom.
going to present a very plain question to. I'm never working. Is Donald Trump a fascist? Very easy. Yes or no?
I don't think
He muted. Unmute yourself.
Dude, I can unmute. I was just trying to fucking fix all the overlap.
Oh.
He's literally trying to figure out, like, what is this Discord shit?
Just talk. You're doing it right now. Right? Don't touch shit. You're all right.
We can hear you just fine.
Is Donald Trump a fascist?
Yo, man, he is really laying it on thick on the suspense.
I'm never working. That was directed at you.
I'm never working.
Your Discord never working, man. Shit.
Gonna talk, nigga?
Remember the first time you ever used a
What's
voice
the
chat
question?
client?
Yo, the
Can you
question
read-
was, is Donald Trump a fascist?
No, negative. Strong negative.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Excel, why did you ask him this question? Like, I assumed you were setting up a leftist to catch a fucking beating bitch. Like, what the?
No, I wasn't actually. In fact, I invited somebody on that I think has a lot more in common with us than you would think. But he's he's not as extreme as you, fucking Tom P. Definitely not as extreme as AP.
What's up, man? How you went boom today? You made brown?
What would you say, AP? I couldn't hear you.
I was asking random questions like you went boom today? Did you make brown today?
Yeah, this nigga like, yo.
I'm gonna need two. I'm gonna need two blunts to answer that question.
I got you.
All right, so I'm never
Dude,
working.
Blunt, it's only $5, man.
Okay, let
for
me.
him.
All
That's
right.
fucking cheap.
Let me explain where you are. All right, you are on a YouTube channel that is basically fiscally conservative, libertarian leaning on social issues, and wants to start the white trash no state protected by the Trebu state.
I'm kind of the opposite of that. Like, I am economically libertarian, but I'm more socially conservative.
Right. I want to chain bitches to radiators, and I want to run for president with my radiator as a vice.
Well,
I'm
Savage,
down as Paul, and
Savage,
I hate women and minorities.
Savage TV. Did you just
I'm just kidding
suggest
about the
that we
minority
have
thing.
a wide range of views here when it comes
Sorry,
to social
David.
issues? I think that's probably accurate.
This might be one of those
Well, I mean,
situations where you thought a guest was going to work out a little better than
I
it
mean,
did.
I was on the
So-
assumption that this was mainly. I was under the assumption that this server was mainly libertarian stuff.
Yeah, so
It mostly is. I mean, like libertarians like run the gambit at this point.
Well,
from BLM people.
I'm not a libertarian. I'm actually a very woke leftist. So
Yeah. See, I mean, I like libertarians, but somehow I feel like libertarians kind of
Savage
similar to
TV.
liberals
Are you white, Savage TV?
No, I am black.
Oh, really?
Yo, man, I don't believe you.
Well, then I'm pretty sure because
Yeah,
you're
no.
on this
Okay,
stream you're white complacent, so you may as well be white.
Well, here's
If you're black, you're gay.
And
because
you're
you ain't got
also
no race in your
racist.
voice.
here's the joke. It's like, see, Tom sounds exactly black, but he's white, and I sound white, but I'm actually black.
Yeah, man, we're brothers. We're singing and we're dancing and we're colored.
I don't believe
Give me
you,
a
sir.
high five.
I don't believe you. You ain't black. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, man.
what
Okay,
kind
I
of credit do I get? I married an immigrant. What does that count for?
It means you
what
can
type
wait,
of immigrant
wait,
are we
is she
talking
Asian?
about here? Did you marry
Is she Asian?
No, South American, Peruvian.
So you bought her.
No,
okay.
I married her after she was a legal immigrant.
So you bought her first, and then you got her papers, and then you married her.
Got her
Well,
papers,
we now
got
know,
married, and
we
you
now
bought
know this is not. Well, now we know this isn't a MGTOW server then.
No. Well, I mean, like, yo, it's most
her. You can
definitely
hate
red.
women and still like the fucking.
Bruh, it's like, okay, TFM server has become really gay and stuff. Like, if you talk about being in a relationship with a woman, you get called a simp, and people like attack you and stuff.
That's what happens when people can't get no pussy and they try to justify it.
Yo,
that it's your problem
incels,
'cause they can't get laid.
Oh yeah.
incels have become militant at this point. It's fucking terrible.
Well, I kept telling several people that literally TFM server is becoming like Neo MGTOW. Like Neo MGTOW is really full of a lot of incels in denial. Like a lot of incels have been joining MGTOW, which a lot of OG MGTOW have left and stuff because they don't want to deal with that.
But how big is the incel group? I mean, how many people are we talking about?
Huge.
It's pretty big
it's
now,
probably
especially thanks to the
probably
fact that
about
they've gone like
30.
they've had like several popular TV shows basically made episodes about them. So incels,
Yeah, they're
have been
about
getting
like
a lot.
30% of the males under the age of fucking 30 years old at this point.
Thanks to the
I don't
internet
believe
allowing people to
that.
communicate
Okay,
and kill
okay.
boredom without dealing with other
All right.
people.
Hang
they
on,
have blown up.
AP, we got to do what we do here, which is get into the fucking
Well,
dumb.
I wouldn't say
Hang on,
30.
Savage,
It's like,
shut the fuck up! I swear to God, I'll mute you again, you motherfucker. Right, yo, look. All right, so here's the deal. I'm never working. You probably never heard of the 80-20. Do you know what that is?
The 80-20 rule?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a statistician, so yes.
No, I mean with women.
No, I've never heard of the 80-20 rule with women.
Okay, so here's how this works. And this is actually like this is college documented authoritative fucking shit, right? Check this out. So basically, 80% of women they took 1,000 women or whatever, right? And they ranked them with looks from 1 to 10, right? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Then they took 1,000 dudes and rated them, 1 being the highest, 10 being the low, or 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, right? And what they did was they had each of the males judge the females, and each of the females judge the males as to who they would fuck, right? And basically, here's what happened: all of the dudes would fuck 80% of the women. Okay, here's what it is. It's really simple, right? But out of the women, they would only fuck 20% of the dude.
No, hold on. The best part about this is it actually does encompass the statistician rule of the 80-20 rule.
Yeah, so it's
It
like
really
80% of females only want 20% of men, right? So basically that leaves 80% of men, vying over 20% of the women.
And that
It's
kind of
kind
comes
of
back
the
to
deal.
what we were talking to about before, which is the problem that women want to date above their level. A woman who's a 4 thinks she deserves a man who's an 8, and we let them think that. We let them think they're princesses or kids, and then they grow up into being
Dude,
queen.
I
But
went
a
to
bitch ain't
college.
shit.
I went to college in Rolla,
There's
Missouri,
men.
which at the time it was 9 guys to 1 girl enrollment. And Jesus
Well,
Christ, does that fuck with your mind? Right?
As a
Like,
man in the dating world, you have to not only
Nation.
compete with women who are now the men. We pursue bitches by nature, and bitches like choose what men to fuck. Just how human nature works. Not only do we have to compete uphill with that, we got to compete with every other nigga out there to get. Because I ain't trying to fuck at the same time, and most men ain't gonna try to be in the same place at the same time. So we just have a hard uphill.
God,
Women live
dude.
life on rookie difficulty. That's the best way
I
I can
just
put
want
it.
to say
Rookie difficulty.
I'm never working wanting to come here and talk about like fascism and shit like that. And we went real quick into other topics. That I
Oh, when you
don't
got a man in the
That's
room
how-
and you want to get into a conversation with a man, just look at him right in the eye and be like, "Man, women suck." You make a conversation.
Okay.
Easy.
All right.
Yeah,
So now-
unfortunately, I
depends
think.
on where you
Well,
live.
no. Give me a second. I'm never working. Like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you're one of those. And unfortunately, I think it's a rare situation. You're happily married.
Is that possible?
Yeah, so I did not get married till I was 39,
And you married a foreign woman.
and it's been perfect ever since.
Yeah, I know.
Incels call that. I was gonna say incels call that just be white theory and stuff. You had your just be.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Right. I'm saying it works out for some people. It really does.
Shoot, that's what
It works out if you date it. You notice how these things work out a lot better when you date a foreign woman.
Well, so I will say I dated up until I was 39. I very much subscribed to the white knight approach with women, where I'm like, oh my God, you're broken. You've got tattoos and piercings. I can fix you. And every one of those women was horrifically damaged.
Well, no shit.
And then I met a normal woman, and I was like, oh my God, this is so much better than all of those other experiences.
See,
Yeah, it's
there
weird.
it is.
Wow, holy
Confirmed.
shit.
You met
That
a
is-
normal woman. Don't chase the ones with the fucking tats and piercings.
See, I get bored. Like now, I get bored with normal women because they're not broken and fucked.
That's
You'll outgrow that. You'll
that's
outgrow
because
that,
of who
though,
you
man.
are, Pnoid.
Those are your
Okay.
those are your problems.
Hang on. This is what we're gonna do. Like, hang on, man. Let me fucking get this squared away a second. Hang on a minute. All right, here we go. Let me get rid of some of these niggas that keep talking when the fuck I'm talking. It's annoying the shit out of me. All right. Jesus fucking Christ.
I like
God
that nigga
damn,
anyway.
niggas.
Get the
Like,
fuck
yo,
out of here.
yeah, like y'all niggas need to fucking calm. The Florida man's over here getting yelled at by his mom. Fucking Savage TV won't shut the fuck up. Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
Let me ask you this though about Savage TV, man. Does he run his own show like by himself?
I don't fucking know. I've never seen his fucking show. If he has, he's never showed it in my Discord. So I'm gonna go with no.
Oh,
He just
see.
calls himself Savage TV and he doesn't have a TV or a channel, or I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, right? So I'm never working. You married a Peruvian bitch, you know what I'm saying? Got some of that Peruvian pink. I feel where you are, you know what I'm saying? That's much respectable. I like the Colombian joints with the Hoover vacuums in their stomachs.
You gonna die.
What up?
That Colombian bitch will kill you. You gonna die, man. One of these
Yo,
days.
I love me a Colombian bitch, son.
You fuck
damn.
Puerto Rican? You live that dangerously?
Yo, fucking right, I fuck Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Shit.
you live dangerously. You gonna die, dog. Somebody.
But I know the deal.
Kill
I
you one of these
don't
days.
go to the Puerto Rican's house without the salt off. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
You want to hear something fucked up about a Puerto Rican chick I dated one time? Bitch's name was Rusilla. All right. And I didn't think about this at the time because I was probably like 21, 22. I was a younger man. And she knew how to work it, man. She could mind control a younger man with that pussy, man, in that mouth. But check this out. One time we was laying in bed, you know what I mean? She, I think it was after things, if I'm remembering correctly. And she tells me her dad taught her how to treat it. And I said something about pussy being good. And she goes, yeah, my dad taught me how to treat a man. And at that point in my life, I was thinking maybe she was talking about cooking and shit. The older I got, I never forgot about that. I'm like, do Puerto Ricans fuck their kids? Like, is
Yo,
that
look,
normal?
man. I've explained this to you. Everybody fucks their goddamn kids.
Not me,
You
nigga.
know, like, yeah, I'm not talking about. I'm like every race fucks their goddamn kids and shit. Like, yo, black dudes do it. You know what I'm saying? White dudes do it. It doesn't matter. Legit. Every fucking race has these terrible fucking dudes who bang their fucking children. I don't know.
Like she was bragging about it though, man. She was over here like it was a positive thing.
Yo, I feel you. Like, yo, like, man, look, I've been told you a bunch of times about the motherfucking stories I got about niggas fucking their sisters and shit.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
That sounds like a kid. That sounds like a fucked up, but at least consensual situation, man. I'm talking about.
Like, yo, with the broads, it was the same. Yo, it's the same way with their dads.
Not where I come from, man. You need to get the fuck out of Pennsylvania, man. You come down to Texas. We don't play that shit.
Yo, bro, like, I'm trying to tell you, nigga, like, yo, shit is fucked up every. You know, I'm trying to tell you, like, yo, we got an incest problem in America. Motherfuckers don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't think that's.
You know what, man?
So,
No,
hold up, Adonis, hold up. Let this nigga talk. You know what I'm saying? He ain't said a whole lot. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm the nigga. So my wife from Peru, right? She was sexually abused as a child by an uncle. I don't think it's unique to the United States. I think I think there's freaking perverts everywhere.
Yeah, me too. You know, I only care about my country. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't really look at it as a worldwide issue because we can't solve the world's problems. We can only solve
Might
our
be
own.
something to that though, man. Because like, if you go, I ain't trying to say I spend a lot of time on Pornhub. I'm an older man, you know what I mean. But when I do, there are a whole lot of videos like try to push that shit on the front page. It is all sister fucking, cousin fucking,
mom
aunt
fucking,
daddy daughter dom shit. I'm over here like, whatever happened to just like hot college co-eds eating each other's pussy? Can I please just get some of that?
got desensitized, man. You remember back in the day when like some lesbian porn had you off in like 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Now you watch lesbian porn, you're like, fuck, now I gotta like switch videos 10 times to get the fuck off and shit. It's terrible.
See, we're all at that age where we got older with that evolution of porn. So it sneaks past us because we're over here like, well, maybe I got desensitized we got desensitized at the same time. That shit started evolving, man.
You were the demo. Remember, we're the demo.
I'm always afraid there a motherfucker watching my computer or something, man. I won't even click on none of that shit. I'm over here like hot lesbians. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, real quick, I gotta jump off. I gotta jump off here real quick. But Pnoid, you remember before I go, remember that graph that somebody made about where the intelligence level of people are, like just a random person you're gonna meet on YouTube, and we're between somewhere between mayonnaise and being Einstein.
That was my graph.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
Apply that same thing to just how perverted fucking people can be and where the majority of people lie. It'll explain the same fucking thing. Because I'm telling you, dude, as creatures, as human beings, as a species, we're a lot more fucked up than most people try to give us credit for. The people who like to sit here and talk on an intellectual level, talk about shit like oil or what fascism is, if the United States is fascism, this and that. Most people are just trying to be concerned about getting their dick whacked and shit.
Very few people want to talk about that. That's actually one thing that I brought up when like we're talking about the election and election fraud, and I'm just thinking about most people. You think about like what mainstream media did, like.
Most people don't care.
Did Joe Biden get 80 billion votes? Maybe, right? Like they made it easier to vote, and most just listen to mainstream media, and they're just like, "Yeah, Donald Trump's fucking evil, so vote for Joe Biden."
That's the thing. Most people.
I'll go ahead.
Go ahead, AP.
I was gonna say most people, and then I'll make it quick because I didn't mean to interrupt you. Most people, because of social media, are not concerned with finding the truth. They're concerned with winning an argument. And if they can cite a source, they consider that winning the argument. So if the mainstream media can be like, Biden won, there wasn't any fraud, and here is a source from and they'll throw that at you. And if you're like, I don't believe mainstream media, then you're just a crazy conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? Because they just want to win an argument. They don't want to get down to the truth.
Yep.
No, you're 100%
with you, AP.
If
you're 100%.
In the general chat, I just put that graph back up in the general chat. Right.
You want me to bring that up? I'll try to.
Yeah. And
that's the thing. Sorry, Joker, because I got to run out of here real quick. So I'm just gonna finish on this point. Yes, AP, you're 100% correct because most people want to operate on the level of confirmation bias. They don't want to take the fucking time to even be bothered with the fact that they might actually be wrong about something. Like, oh, you see this video here? Well, this congressman told me this. Oh, who the fuck are you gonna believe? The fucking video and the person that has a sworn affidavit, or what the fucking congressperson is telling you? Most people just want to be right. They don't give a fuck about the facts. They don't give a fuck about the truth. Most people just want to go about their day. They'll spend an hour in traffic, get their news in 60 minutes, take a shit, eat dinner, go to sleep, wake up, rinse, repeat, do it all over again. They couldn't be bothered. They don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the truth.
As long as they can dunk on their enemies online, if they can throw out a source they can cite so they feel like they're right, then that's all they give a fuck about.
And what makes all this aggravating is this is the era of information where everything that you could ever want to know is at your fingertips. If you know where to look, you'll find what you need to know. Not what you want to know, but what you need to know. And that's what's aggravating a lot of people about this election, where all this information is right there, where people were dumb enough to leak videos of people over here burning ballots, people of them thrown in a dumpster. They just go to the mainstream media and go, nope, there's nothing to see here. And then they just went, yep, there's nothing to see here. The media told me so. And not take at least 5 minutes. All it takes is just 5 minutes to see that something's fucked up.
Information availability. I'm sorry.
Yeah, real quick. I just want to go to our special guest. I'm never working. Like, what do you think about this? Like, do you think that everything we're seeing about the media is true, or at least partially true?
Oh, I've got strong opinions. So I actually am a big subscriber to politics has become team sports, right? So there's the Democrats and the Republicans, and if you're a Republican, you hate the Democrats. If you're the Democrat, you hate the Republicans. And it doesn't matter what the Republicans say, even if it's something you agree with, you hate it because they said it, not because of the content. And that's where I think America is going wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why it really sucks because, like, even on this channel, you have people like Tom P. What do you think about Jimmy Dore?
Yeah, I respect him.
Yeah, like that guy is a leftist like a motherfucker, and we like him. Like we love the dude.
Yeah, because he calls out leftists and he calls out liberals and conservatives for their hypocrisy.
He knows about YouTube a little bit. All right.
Yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, no, like I invited him on because I know he's a smart dude. He's got opinions that would work. Plus, I think he's kind of on our side a little bit, right? Like all of us are like, we're just like socially do whatever the fuck you want, and then like economically, like yeah, also do whatever the fuck you want. Get government out of the way. I'm pretty sure
I'm with that ideology.
There's nobody in this channel that does not feel that way, at least at a base level.
Yeah, but I do not want, all right, legit, I do not want the government picking winners and losers. I don't want the government bailing out motherfuckers when they fuck up. And I don't want my military used to guard freight that's coming back that should have been built here.
The government had enough money, Tom P, to give us all $20,000 fucking dollars with that stimulus money. Every family in America. You know who got 95% of that money? Yes, you do know who got that fucking money. What? Campaign contributors, companies and corporations that people was vested in.
Yeah,
you ended
AP,
up with $1,200
the only thing you're wrong about is that the government gave any of these people money. They didn't really do that. They just printed shit off and inflated the currency so that the poorest people in society actually have to pay for it.
I was oversimplifying, but yeah, you're right about that. But if you take the sum total of the amount of money they gave away, you could give $20,000 to every family in America. And if you were really concerned about the coronavirus, you would have done that, and everybody would have stayed home for 60 days. For $20,000, I'd have stayed home for 60 days. All right, 2 months, 20 grand, no problem. Put a $20,000 check in my hand. I'm good for 60 days.
Well, the problem, here's the issue that you run into. Okay, like this is where MMT comes in principle in the ideas of it.
Hold on, real quick. You said MMT. You're talking about modern monetary policy, which is
Theory.
this idea of theory. Yeah, it's this idea that as long as you had a national currency, your government can spend whatever money it wants, and this does not have
Sort of.
to.
No. Like basically, like the modern monetary theory is, it's a principle for understanding how money moves around the system, right? And it's a way for understanding it, but it's not a way that you should adjust policy, right?
Yeah, no.
All right, Pnoid and Excel
No,
before you guys jump
that would
into
have
it.
been Keynesianism, but
Pnoid, Excel,
MMT.
Excel, before you guys jump into it real quick, I gotta hop off. So,
All right, man.
AP,
Do your thing.
Excel, Pnoid, Joker, it's always fun talking to you with you. I'm never working. It's a pleasure to meet you, man. You guys have fun. I am out of here. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Peace, my brother. All right, right. So, like, all right, yeah. Like, here's the thing about MMT. MMT is good for explaining how money works, right? Basically, the principle is that the inflation rate is really actually based on how fast currency moves around the system. Currency is moving around really quickly inside of the system, you'll end up with a high inflationary rate. If currency is not moving inside of a system, you'll end up with a low amount of currency, being spent, right? And it's a great principle for understanding, like, if individuals are saving, then you're going to have a low amount of inflation. If individuals are spending, you're going to have a high amount of inflation, right? It's a basic ass principle because money's chasing, different objects at that point. But in setting up policy in that way is fucking dumb, right? Because of the fact that, like, if you stand here and you go, well, we want money to move around the system to stand here and have inflation, the amount of money that you have to print off in order to get individuals to save money or spend money past the point of savings, right? For instance, like trying to overcome like the debt inside of the 401k bubbles and, the bubbles that are going to be formed inside of assets and things of this nature inside of the equities market. It's fucking stupid. Because like you're going to spend way too much goddamn money and you're going to end up inflating the currency in the long run because this money is eventually going to come out of the system into the hands of 401k people. And they're going to end up fucking causing hyperinflation inside of the system and driving up the prices of like fucking housing and cars and things of this nature.
Tom, I totally agree with you at the point where you said this is stupid. But before that, I think you were describing like a more Keynesian model versus what MMT actually says.
No. That's what MMT actually says.
No.
That's literally.
All right.
Right.
Do you think that all money comes into the market based on debt? You don't think anybody could actually earn and make money?
Well, no, that's okay. So new money. All right. New money comes from debt. Money that's all like, if you're standing here earning money, like for instance, if you come up with a new,
I could argue against you with that, but MMT like literally says that all money comes from debt, not new money, all money. The origin of money came from debt, not versus the classical sense.
Let me explain to you how. Let me explain to you how.
No. I know new money comes from debt, but that's because of the reality we have. And when we say it comes from debt, like they're really borrowing upon future production. But modern monetary theory does not talk about borrowing from production.
Well, no, because like, all right, they're just talking when we say all money comes from debt, they're just actually talking about the creation of money as a whole.
Yeah, I know they do, and I think they're wrong. I think they're wrong.
I don't care if you're wrong. Like,
they are wrong on the creation theory of money.
No, they're not.
Completely incorrect. Yes, it is 100% incorrect.
Well, they're not though, because like, all right, think about it this way, right? So if me and you start a business and we go and we dig some shit out of the ground and sell it to somebody, that's not new money.
No.
Hold up, I gotta unmute Savage TV.
It is actually like
you gotta what?
If what you dug up from your labor actually is provides to the productive economy, then it's new money. Like that's
no. New money is created, all right? Because like the only way you create new money, like as in general, the only way you create a new dollar is if the Fed prints it off and it's given to a bank and the bank loans out against it, right?
Yeah, that's currency, not money. We fucking talked about this a billion times before. How are you fucking disagreeing with me on this?
Only way new
How
currency
are you disagreeing? Yeah, if you want to talk about currency, sure. But money is a real. No, money is a real measure of value in the economy, which is where MMT gets everything wrong.
Yo, no, because there's no such thing as money.
Yeah, there is. Money is real.
There's no such thing as money.
Fuck
There
you.
used to be. It used to be, but we don't go by the gold standard anymore, man. That shit's been out the window for a very long time.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on, like even
There's
today.
no way.
Hold on, AP. This is my question to you. Shut up, Tom.
Oh, I'm dumb as hell, man. I'm smart.
Yeah,
fellow.
you don't even have to be fucking smart to do this thought experiment, right?
All right.
So, like, you're sitting around, you got like all this like currency dollars, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of gold, right? Because you know, like, gold historically, it's just held its value at the very least. The economy collapses. You could probably still trade your gold for shit, right?
Yeah.
You do a lot better job at least trading the gold versus the dollars that were fiat based on what we're talking about with Tom P, with shit just being printed out. Your gold's probably gonna stand a little bit better against the pieces of paper.
Yeah, motherfuckers can hold gold. Yeah, gold is it'll do a little bit better. Or I can go foreign with it.
Yeah, that's really what I'm getting at. That's what makes gold money, right?
Okay.
Because no matter what happens, no matter where you are, like even if like you go to a country that does not accept the US dollar, but you have gold, you're gonna be able to get shit with that gold.
Yeah, it's universal value. Yeah, we used to have that. That's why they called it the standard. Because most countries, if not all countries, accepted that gold as a valuable substance.
Well, no, and it's still true, even though that we don't peg our dollar to gold. It's still true that if you own gold, like you can go anywhere in the fucking world right now, and you can take that gold out, give it to some people, and get like whatever you want.
Okay,
good.
It's real money.
All right, Excel. Here's the problem, right? Like, I agree with you that gold is money. All right, me and you have had this conversation 10,000 times, and it's one of the reasons that me and you are on fucking the same page when it comes to economics, is because, like, we fully understand that the only real money in the world is gold and silver and whatever assets are willing to be traded for fucking service.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you added that last part, because when you first said gold and silver, I was like, I disagree. I think money is whatever people put value in, but in terms of real products.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, like, here's the deal. Okay, if you increase the available sources of energy, you make money worth more, because then it's cheaper for trucks to move freight, cheaper for grocery stores to run freezers and like. Yeah, you're not wrong. But anyway, right. So anyway, in creating currency, all right, because like they're conflating currency to money, because fucking people who write papers are college students who don't understand definitions of words, and they think that they're interchangeable, right? So we'll just go with currency. In order to create new currency, in order to create new dollars, the only way to do so is debt.
Yeah.
Dollars only come to be through debt. It's that simple.
Which is really fucked up in a sense, because then you're casting your debt upon your future.
Well, just in general, but
okay,
that's the deal.
I'm not gonna sit here and disagree with you, Tom P, that the monster from Jekyll Island, which is the Federal Reserve, creates what we call, I'm just gonna say it's not money, it's currency. In fact, we are getting so fucked by inflation right now. Like, anybody that lives today that doesn't think they're being fucked by inflation, look what it cost to buy a fucking a value meal at Taco Bell 10 years ago. It was like $4.99 for like the best one. Now it's like $8.45.
I paid $10.25 legit for like Big Macs on the Turnpike.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel you, right? But that's just what it is, right? So at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, you know what I mean? Like, I fully agree with you that inflation is all right. And I fully agree with you that our system is fucking garbage. And MMT really says that, the only way that dollars are created is through debt, and they're fucking right. It doesn't matter how much economic production you're talking about. They're not going to give you a money printer.
Yeah, no, I am 100% opposed to you. You can do that, but all the printing the money does is it taxes everybody that has to use the money.
I
The only
fucking
way,
feel you,
yeah,
but I'm trying to tell you, they're not going to give you a money printer. All right, if you build, I don't care how many cars Tesla builds.
I know
he's
they're not
giving you
going to do that. I'm just saying, like, the fact of the matter is that like hard money is actually better, and it's because hard money actually has to correspond with the
I
production.
literally don't
And
care
the
about hard
production-
money.
The production.
We're not talking about that though. We're talking about currency.
But yeah, we're talking about currency versus hard money. Like they're not interrelated.
Yo, they're not.
They are. They're 100% interrelated.
No,
right?
they're not.
Because the hard money value is the actual like real value of shit that's going on. The
Nigga, go
currency
pay your
value,
taxes in gold.
They can do whatever. No, that shit does. Yeah, sure. Like I'll sell my gold first.
No,
for
go pay
US
your
dollars.
taxes with gold. Go take gold to the fucking tax man and ask him to take.
Yeah, I can't do that, but that's not my fault.
I realize this. This is why I'm trying to tell you that their only thing they're talking about is fucking dollars.
Yeah.
They're not talking about hard currency. They're talking about dollars. All right. The only way you create dollars is through debt. It's that simple.
Exactly.
Sure, you can create currency through debt, but you cannot create money through debt.
No shit.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yo, I know, but like,
goddamn, did we
retarded.
just do another one of the scenes where me and you argued about something for like 15 minutes, and then we came to the conclusion that we completely agree that like you can do.
Well, I told you they're just
whatever you want.
conflating terms. They're not actually saying money is created. They're saying currency is created. They're saying dollars are created.
It could be done. You could pay your taxes in gold if there wasn't a fucking money printer as an intermediary.
I feel you, right?
Yeah, to devalue your gold, and then why would you get rid of your
If
gold?
the Fed wasn't sitting there waiting like a fucking bouncer outside a club, like nah, player.
God
We're
damn
the ones
it, dude.
that decide,
That's what
we're
I
the
say.
ones that decide how much fake currency gets out there, man. We're the ones that decide what the value of this shit is right now.
It's one of those things where like I don't give a shit about Trump or the Democrats or the Republicans. They all kind of agree that we need to do
either.
Well, we need to do something. We need to do some like stimulus package. Give these people money because they've been hit by COVID-19. Sounds good. How are you gonna? What are you gonna pay for it with? What are you gonna pay for it with?
You're gonna print money. The Fed's gonna print money hand to the government. They're gonna turn it into
currency. You're just gonna print it, and in the long run, it's gonna be a tax. And guess what? The lowest class of people are gonna be the most affected by inflation.
Yeah.
What's really going to take, honestly, if you wanted to set things right, and I'm not saying it's ever going to happen. This isn't like I'm going to threaten to raise an army and genocide people. That's not. No. You would have to kill a lot of people. A lot of people would have to die to set things technically right. That's why it ain't going to get right. We are on the downhill of America right now. It's been spinning its wheels in the mud, and now it's heading downhill, and there really ain't no stopping it, man. And it may happen before the end of our lifetimes. This bitch is going to crash, or there's going to be another Great Depression, which knocks us off our fucking high horse. And that, I ain't trying to.
Yeah, I'm never working. Believe me, I put this in my videos. I fully understand that clock. There's shit that watch that video I just put on there right there. Fucking it. It's just watch it. It's fucking great. Jerome Powell. Excel.
Let me get out of here.
Excel.
What's up?
Check out that Jerome Powell video, or check out that video I just put in the motherfucking Booga. In the general.
You want me to put that up on the stream?
Yeah, why not? Fucking just put it up there, fucking, because it's great. Y'all can all watch this. This is fucking the best video ever. It's the money printer go brr.
But the thing is, when you try to explain stuff like this to people, it's like, oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. No, look at, and you sit here trying to explain. Just tell them, where do you think your money comes from? And they can't give you an answer. But when you give them the answer, you're the fool.
The media allows the dumbest motherfuckers in our society to feel like they're right.
Yeah.
Because they're not worried about the truth. They're worried about winning an argument for a side.
Well, it's not just that. People are completely uneducated.
Well, we can't all put on a video on the stereo, man, and listen to it and then ride around in a truck for 18 goddamn hours learning shit.
Don't even take that.
I know how you got smart, motherfucker. You out there in that truck just listening to shit, driving. Yep. We ain't all got that kind of time.
Yo, look, man, you gotta take time to educate yourself.
All right,
Even if it means like, yo, you know what the best thing was ever for me, really, in my educational experience? I tried to write a book and I tried to research it. And as I researched it, I realized, right, like that I was completely wrong about a lot of my theories, and I had to rethink things and start reading shit to figure out what was real.
What was you gonna call your book, man?
Dreams of a Free Cade.
Oh man, I was expecting something much more white trash than that. I thought it was going to be like Tom P's book written like
honestly, I would
on the cover. Tom
if I was gonna guess,
P's book.
if I was gonna guess Tom P's book, I feel like Machiavelli was right about everything.
The Situation by Tom P.
Oh my god, dude! Like, all right,
and like
AP,
the first chapter
your
of the
channel.
book.
Wait, no.
The dollar did it in Saudi Arabia. The dollar did it in Saudi Arabia with the oil. Was the first chapter.
All right, Tom. Give me a second. AP, here's my idea. You should once a week have Tom P do a video for your channel called "What's the Situation."
Yo, I wanted to do that as a segment on the show, but he never got back to me. He's watching the other day, and I said it in front of
What the fuck? Why, Tom? Why?
I didn't even
I'll offer you
like
three. I said if you do a stream with me once a week where you just come and let people know the situation, I will give you 3/4 of the fucking money that we take in. I'll just take 20.
Yo, I told you I will do a stream where I come and tell stories. Like we can work some shit out with that. Like the video things excels idea.
No, I think it should be a video of what's the situation, but Tom, and I think you should work.
I want
a
segment
you should work with
every
AP
late night.
Maybe you work with me a little bit just to get the technical things down. But like, we need to make a Tom P puppet too. Make it work.
I got one. That's old news. I already got one, man.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
You haven't seen the video that I made where Tom P is talking shit to Dark Ninja? I played that on the end of 2 late nights, man. People love that shit. Remember when it was me, you, and Dark Ninja in that Discord, and we was talking shit to him? I animated that whole goddamn thing.
Yo, I never even saw that shit.
What? Oh shit! How am I gonna get this to you real quick? All right, I'm gonna upload it right now on Unlisted. I'm gonna send you a link. Can y'all play video on this stream?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna upload it to one of my just random ass channels, and yeah. Here, this one, Margaret Scuderi. Let's do it on Scooby's mama's channel, and fuck Scooby. All right, you threatened my daughter. All bets are off, nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you can right click on my name and watch this, what we're doing, or you can go to the stream. But I'm playing the video of the money printer thing that Tom P sent me.
Oh, I'm watching it.
Here we go.
I need one of those in my backyard.
All right, so just letting everybody know, that's how much money was being printed before COVID-19. The rest of the stream, we're gonna watch how much money was being printed after COVID-19.
Yo, check out the usdebtbox.org link I posted. It's fucking ridiculous how much,
Money printer says what?
Notice how
that's about
before
right.
COVID-19, the money printing didn't change at all.
Yo, XL, did you watch my video today? I gotta fucking.
I checked this video uploaded, and yeah, you gonna like this, Tom P. Yeah, you got a cartoon now. It's gonna be in episode 6 of the Scooby thing, man.
I just want to see a
Here.
gorilla carrying around a big ass money printer.
Here, check this out, dude. Yo, look at the right side of motherfucking look at the right side of this graph.
It ain't letting me watch. I just get eternal load on this bitch, so I'm gonna jump out of here so I don't fuck up your bandwidth with it.
Oh, you're good. Excel.
Nigga, I'm working on it.
Yo, did you see that graph I put up?
And what's it?
Her menstrual cramps about what, nigga? Yo, Doku.
What up?
Yo, look at that graph.
Where'd you post it?
It's in my general.
Oh yeah.
Now click the wrong general because I'm dumb and motherfucker, man. You mean Booga general?
Yo.
Jump myself into the general voice channel like an idiot.
You look at the line on the right hand side.
Yeah, I've seen this graph before, and
yo, this is up until like this month. How much money
We're
they
dead.
printed off?
We're dead. If you really think about it, it'll scare you at night, man. Like you'll get chills thinking about like how, and we're dead. That's why I put money in the guns, ammunition.
Yo,
I store food, man.
Silver.
People think I am crazy for that shit. I'm like, it's all gonna fall apart.
Nobody around here thinks that about me. Like, yo, everybody's on the same level. We are all heavily armed.
Yeah, I got a whole
No, the
room
guns. Where I live
full
in
of
Texas,
food
guns
and
and ammo, no
ammunition.
problem.
Yeah, but as I see it, it's best to be prepared. There's nothing wrong with being prepared, because hey, even by the slim chance nothing happens, at least you're prepared just in case the shit does hit the fan.
Well, I live in
look
a
at this
hurricane
graph.
zone, so it's like if nothing happens, a hurricane will come through, knock out my power, and I got a generator and a bunch of food and shit like that, and then I'm the king of the goddamn neighborhood.
Oh, dude,
Exactly.
Look at this graph.
I got a freezer over here. Motherfuckers like
Wait,
walking up to the
no
goddamn
graph,
garage
nigga.
like, hey, can I put this meat in your freezer?
I'm with you, Doku. I got a generator. I got a safe room. I got a room full of ammunition and guns. I got it all.
No, that
Food.
that was AP. That wasn't me. But apparently
No,
everybody
sorry.
thinks I sound like
Nah,
AP.
that was Goku, man.
All right, sorry.
Goku.
AP is my brother from another brother. Now, if you
My
look at
nigga
this,
go while it gets bigger.
there you go. If you look at this graph, go look at what happened in 2008, and then look at right at the very
where's
end.
the graph? Where did you put it?
No, I'm talking about the graph you put up, Pnoid.
Yeah.
Look at how much money came out in 2008, and then it comes right off a fucking cliff, and then right the fuck back up. Now compare that to what happens right at the fucking ass end of this graph where we are right now. Bro, that's 3 times as much. Do you think even changing interest rates are going to do anything to pull that out of the money supply?
And they're dancing on
you
that
have to put
recession
it
line.
like
All it's going to take is one disaster
10%.
seemingly outside of people's control, and that's it. We're fucked.
Yo.
Fucked. We are on the edge.
Look at this. Look at this fucking United States fucking spending joint here.
That's the thing. You don't triple the amount of, even if you print a shit ton of money, you don't triple the amount of money supply, which is what M2 is. People don't understand what M1 and M2 are. You can print a shit ton of money and have it in reserves for the banks, for people that need it, and lend it out as necessary. That's M1. M2 is the amount of money that is directly in the supply. That is money that is out there floating around between cash registers, stimulus checks, all that shit. This is not money that you just take out at the snap of a finger because you change interest rates. No, that's not the way this works. I know a lot of people look at the whole Great Reset thing and digital currency, all that, and say, "Oh, that's conspiracy theory." How do you plan on getting it out of the money supply? It's already in the money supply.
No, like
It doesn't look good.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm planning to go.
yeah,
I'm planning to go. I'm planning to go about 200 miles away. I'm planning to go pick up my daughter by force if necessary, and I'm going down to Mexico.
I'm rounding up. Yeah, I'm rounding up all my kids, and I'm heading to my neck of the woods.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Tom. But you're picking me up, right? Still.
Yeah, and I'm not driving
heading
fucking
south.
1,000 miles to come get you.
Because a white man in South America is going to go over there. Like enough of us are going to take the fucking place.
We'll meet up, bro. Like it's gonna be cool because I'm gonna leave my car behind. Nobody's gonna care.
Oh, Pnoid, I know you watch Money GPS as well.
Yep.
And I've been following this shit back since 2007, 2008 because
Yeah, me too.
Inflation, when it came down to the whole financial collapse and everything, derivative assets, inflationary monetary policy, all that, I found it rather fascinating. Just how our economy works in that context. And once you start going down that rabbit hole, you realize, I've said this before, but I'll just say it for everybody else on the stream. If you don't believe me, take out $1 from your wallet and look at what it says. That dollar says that is legal tender for all debts, public and private. And it says on the fucking dollar, it's a Federal Reserve note. Well,
which is actually a lie because the Constitution says that's not true.
But here's the issue. Do you think that piece of paper has any fucking value to it, especially if you can print it? What value does it have other than the fact that it's just legal? It's legal tender. It does.
If the government changes tomorrow, it's worthless, man. It don't mean shit. As simple as that.
You're better off just buying a bunch of fucking cans of beans and just taking empty bottles and storing water. At the end of the day, if shit goes south, you're better off.
I think the best
the
best way to
and that's what and that's why but that's why this system we have makes no sense. At least with the gold back system, even if the government does change hands, that money is backed by something.
But right now, the only thing it's backed is by good faith. That's what it is. It's
good faith in our military. That's what it's backed by. You don't take this money, we'll fuck you up. We'll come up to fuck you up.
And that's what the IRS is too. And because the IRS that's the only other way you could potentially get this money out of the system, and that's by increasing taxes. And oh, by the way, why do you think the establishment doesn't like Trump?
Why do I think that? Who doesn't like Trump?
Why do you think the establishment doesn't like Trump? There's a reason.
Because the intelligence one reason is because the intelligence agencies didn't pick him. They didn't expect the landslide to get the fix.
Sorry, hang on.
We were supposed to have Hillary Clinton as president as far as the CIA was concerned.
Well, there's that's
like another conversation. Donald Trump broke everything.
There's that reason.
All of a sudden, Donald Trump got elected. It's where we at? 2020, most racist, bigoted president ever.
Well, so let me ask you this question:
worse than slavery.
Why do you think they hate the fact that Donald Trump was cutting taxes across the board? Because if you can't use interest rates, how do you pull money out of the system? Because this is not the first time that we've seen massive amounts of money injected to the system. Because what the graph that Tom P showed us, that's M2. That is money that is in the system floating around. All of that money didn't just appear because of the stimulus due to COVID. That money has been well within the system long before Trump ever took office.
The fact of the matter is his Donald Trump's tax cuts didn't change anything for the percentage of revenue that the government took in from income taxes.
And
this is where Donald Trump might have fucked up. Sorry, Pino, just real quick.
Go ahead.
This is where Donald Trump might have actually fucked up, is with those tax cuts and the way that he did them. Because all that money that was not supposed to hit the system the way that it did, well, now it's all in the system. Compound that with COVID, that's why you're seeing M2 spike the way that it is. And the only way you're going to get it out, you can't do it through the standard means where you're increasing interest rates through the banking system. You have to do it by increasing taxes and in a way that's going to impact the consumer. You're going to have to do it through sales tax, income tax, things like that. You're going to have to pull it out. And it's whoever takes office after Trump, it'll probably be Biden. I hate to say it. It'll probably be Biden. But it's going to really fuck you over from a political standpoint because people are going to hate you for it. And maybe that's his greatest landmine. Maybe that's the booby trap. Who the fuck knows?
I don't necessarily think it's wrong. I do have to say to Tommy, look, I'm gonna end this stream really.
Hang on a minute, man. Like, yo, we're waiting on AP's video real quick, right? And we have not said hi to the retro buff.
Hello.
Yeah,
what's up, Brett?
I'm doing fine. Just sitting here in my bed, dying as usual, and smoking a pipe.
Hey, we're all dying. We're all dying slowly, man. I'll join you on that.
Well, if you mean dying by that case, I'll probably be dead next year. But if that's your choice,
you and me both. Quit bitching about it. Like we both literally are going to die within the next 1 to 2 years. Why are you complaining? We don't have to worry about this upcoming war and shit.
Oh no! I'll probably be dead before this war happens, man.
Y'all look, man. Seriously, y'all need to stop whining about dying. All right, because like legit, we all die. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Show other men how to die properly. It's an important thing.
Face death with a smile, man. Give the next generation an example to look after. Quit your bitching.
Yeah, all I got to say is whichever you makes it to hell first, save me a seat at the bar. I'll happily join you.
Yeah, I'll see y'all niggas down there.
You get 25% off.
Yo, man, I'm going to need me a 3 wise man when I get down there. Just saying. Right.
There you go.
This video is 90. It's processing. It's all uploaded. You know how YouTube is, though. It takes a minute to process once you upload that.
Yeah, hang on a minute, Excel. We'll get you there, buddy. Because I want to see this shit. I had no idea that like I had a puppet and shit.
I'm disappointed, man. You ain't seen that shit, man. Tom P's out here. We're fucking up Dark Ninja out here. It's like, oh, what? This is good shit. I can't wait.
Like Dark Ninja.
Yeah, he's part of the Scooby Saga Part 6 too. He tried to buddy up next to Scooby, and then he found out who he was fucking with, and then he had to disavow him.
And then we fucked him up.
Yeah, we had to fuck him up. In the story, this is back when like the Dark Ninja, aka the Kylo Ren of the Scooby Saga, because he a bitch. This is back when he's like just kind of like getting a feel for the fact that that Scooby is not quite who he says who he's purporting to be. He doesn't have this little motherfucker's best interest in mind. So we go down to Forest Planet, Tom P's Forest, White Trash Forest Planet, and all them little Ewoks running around. And this ain't in the cartoon. This is another part I made. But just a guy like an exclusive back behind the scenes. We go down there and like all them little Ewoks is Tom P's kids. Because they all over the goddamn place because he got all them damn kids. And they are trying to sell us weed. We just got to get out the space. We got to get out the spaceship and tell them, where's your motherfucking dad? We got to buy weed off this motherfucker in order for him to tell us which cabin is Tom P's cabin. So we finally find Tom P and we get an audience with the king of the jungle out here and Dark Ninja. And we trying to talk some sense into Dark Ninja, try to teach him how to be a man, turn him back to the light. But it doesn't quite happen yet. But one day he does stand up, and then Scooby doxes him and doxes his mom and all kinds of shit.
That's fucking beautiful. I have not heard anything from these niggas in like fucking probably a year and some change.
This is gonna be the last one. I haven't heard much from Scooby. So, well, the last Scooby story in the saga ends in August of 2020.
Question.
What up?
Does anybody here have Steam?
Yeah, why?
I have Steam. Why? What's up?
Because I'm looking for some people to play some games with me because I'm fucking bored in the past few weeks. And if anybody's got Far Cry 5, that'll be great.
You play Ark?
Ark, that multiplayer game where you go around shooting dinosaurs. No, sorry. I do have Dino D-Day.
I play Among Us.
Among Us, yeah. What was the one? My multiplayer games are I've got a few co-op games I need to get through. But for multiplayer games, as you know, PvP shit. Basically, Rise and Storm 2 Vietnam, Day of Infamy, basically a lot of Milsim games.
Well, one game you gotta look into, like World of Warplanes. That thing is the shit, man.
Yeah, I play Among Us, fucking Polybridge, and fucking City Skyline. That's the only games I play.
Also, all the strategic and urban planning stuff.
I played a game where I bought a latex mold for my girlfriend's pussy. and I made a pocket pussy out of it. But no, all right. I'm just playing. The video.
Yo, she said, is she gonna do that for you, bro?
Yeah. I gotta mold my dick though, man.
Yo, you the man, dude.
Speaking of which, right?
Gotta get my.
Speaking of which, I was thinking about getting a YouTube channel sorted, for the new year. A new year, get up and do shit, and don't let the fucking chinky flu get me down.
Yeah.
XL, I just DM'd you that video. I'm sorry to interrupt you, man.
It's all right, and I was going to be making a YouTube channel. Basically, I know that. I take it some of you guys have got a political YouTube channel or something, discussing shit.
Yeah.
I was going to do something a wee bit different. I know this may consider be softcore compared to you guys, and I was going to be talking about actual stuff in popular culture that matters. Nothing. I'm not going to be doing the same thing like what Movie Bob's been doing. Nothing like that shit. Has anybody heard of this story recently?
No. Like I actually like
Okay.
I don't follow a whole lot of it. I heard like something a dog and Ethan Ralph recently. Other than that,
no, it's about a how can I explain this right? I was thinking about getting into real hardcore political discussions, but the problem is that for YouTube wise, I do it over here. I've been talking around left, right, and center on some channels. The thing is that some Discord servers. The problem is though is that
you gotta unmute it.
What, sorry?
I was telling him he has to unmute shit. Fucking, you got a video playing in the background. He's not, and it's muted. Hang on a second. I want to hear this. It's about 7 minutes. Hang on a second.
We got to introduce the clip, man. We got to introduce the clip for the audience out here. An exclusive here on the Tom Pnoid News channel. Los Tejas exclusive preview of Scooby Episode 6, the most awaited movie in the history of the goddamn internet. If you watch this movie, all your motherfucking dreams will come true and you'll get rich. Dark Ninja, Tom P, Adonis Paul. Play that clip, son.
Unmuted, Excel. Excel. You alive, nigga?
He saw your puppet and he died. It was just that powerful.
Yo, I can't fucking do it. It's not running the stream. He is. Oh, there he goes. All right, he's alive. You have to unmute it, nigga.
Are you on the stream?
He absolutely is joking.
I ain't joking.
Like,
Don't listen to Tom P. He's lying.
Look. There's a bum ass dude. You know shut the fuck up. I'm talking. You know who the fuck the dude named Burnside is?
Yes, I talked to Burn.
All right, no problem. Sorry about that.
All right, so back it up that 18 seconds. We'll all shut the fuck up. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I got
like,
5 videos.
Sorry.
I'm going dark.
I got a link. You're like, put it up on the stream, and then you get that set up. We did it. So here we go.
Dark Ninja.
But he's not joking.
He absolutely is joking.
I ain't joking.
Like,
Don't listen to Tom P. He's lying.
Look. There's a bum ass dude. Do you know? Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. Do you know who the fuck the dude named Burnside is?
Yes, I talked to Burnside, Scooby, and fucking Tara. I'm in a 3-way fucking chat with them.
Okay, I got you. All right, now listen. Well, that's a 4-way chat with you there, but it's all right. Now look, I'm just trying to help you with your math. I'm trying to help you with your math right quick. All right.
Let Tom be the dad that left you, man. Let him help you.
Here's the situation. Yo, look. All right. Burnside says he's the fucking crown prince of the Hells Angels. This nigga doesn't even own a bike, and he walks around in a Burger King hat, like just like Scooby. Like Scooby's a bum ass dude up in New York who lives off of fucking Social Security money, and disability because this nigga got hit in a motherfucking toll booth accident. Yo,
how do you know?
Yo, because we used to fucking hang around with these dudes.
I don't know if you've ever seen the 5-part documentary.
5 of these motherfuckers, all right? And we've all been dealing with this motherfucker for like 3 years now, calling the...
3 fucking years you've been harassing him?
Yes. No, 3 years. 3 years. Yo, look, I had to burn down my Facebook because this nigga started calling my ex-girlfriends and family members. Legit. Yo, look, and this is why we make fun of this dude, and we're comparing you to these people who are so like, yo, we're like, I was like, yo, just leave them alone. Everything will be cool. These niggas are garbage trolls. They're just fucking trash people. We'll leave them alone. They'll leave us alone. And this nigga keeps threatening to call the FBI and sending us fucking FBI links and phone numbers.
I barely came into the fucking community like in December.
Nigga, shut up.
You shut up.
I feel you. Look, I feel you. I understand. Like, yo, you don't know what the deal is. We're trying to explain it to you. We're explaining the whole situation to you, so you fucking know what the deal is. This dude has been legitimately harassing us and fucking with our family members. Yo, we threatened AP's kids. He sent me pictures of my kids. Told me that he said my kids is fucking old enough for him to kill now, right? Because like he thinks that they're over 18.
Get thrown into a wood chipper. Yeah,
I swear to God, yo, I had the messages. I'll show you. I swear to Christ, I'll send them to you. Yeah, this nigga legitimately threatened my kids and family.
No, he did not.
I swear to God.
I
swear to Christ.
It wasn't Giga?
No, this is AP.
But dude, when I talked to Scooby, I mean, he seemed like a cool guy.
He's been trying to call the FBI on us. He threatened to send the Hell's Angels after us. He threatened to send the mob. He said his uncle was the motherfucking mayor of fucking New York and the fucking
bullshit
the governor.
thing I've threatened you with for the last month.
Legit. This is just an inside joke you're not privy to. He's not actually threatening you. This is a fucking inside joke that you don't know.
Wait. So you're telling me the only cool people, the only cool 3 people in this whole fucking shit cesspool community that I get along with are literally threatening kids.
They're the worst 3.
Why
do you think this community treats you like shit?
Look, legitimately, like, fucking Terrasins over here getting pounded out by black guys, and Burnside's cool with it.
Well, I mean, I heard about that, but I mean, sometimes,
No, there's no sometimes, Dark Ninja. Let me help you, man. That's a never thing.
But I have coworkers that do that same thing.
Yo, they fucked up.
I feel you, but they're garbage human beings.
I used to have a boss who let people fuck his wife, but he was fucked up, man.
We used to have coworkers that did that shit at the mill, and we spit on them motherfuckers on the way out every day.
But Dark Ninja, you get our point. Pussy's out there. You're just not getting it.
Look here. No. That's not even legitimately. You out here, motherfucking, like talking shit to everybody like you're really trolling, and you're not, because it's only trolling if you're fucking funny, and it's not funny to anybody but you and maybe.
I am funny. I think I'm funny.
Yo, man, Lily Singh thinks she's funny. It don't matter what you think. So what else you got?
What? I'm not even looking. No, I'm trolling the fuck.
You are not trolling.
We're
the
trying
fuck
to help
out of
you,
anybody,
man.
dude. Legit.
Even Giga came in here to feel sorry for you, dude. Like we try to
like,
help you.
look, I don't want to have to throw a retard out on my fucking Discord server because I feel bad taking advantage of the handicap.
So you're pretty much saying that I'm gonna defeat you.
No, I'm saying you're retarded, and I don't want to throw you out.
Why would you want to throw me? Are you hug boxing? You're admitted to hug boxing.
Shut up, nigga!
But the reality is you've been in here fucking spurging my shit for about a fucking, 3-4 days now, some nonsense. Like, just going at everybody who, is really cool in my fucking server. And I'd hate to have motherfuckers leave my shit because of you.
Not me,
right?
Man.
But
I hope he kicks you out. I'm here for the fucking. I'm here for the fucking prosecution. I say you kick this little nigga out, and then you send him over to my server. We'll kick him out of there too.
What I'm gonna do is here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna chill the fuck out and relax and stop spurging and being all retarded in my server because it's unnecessary. Because you're a garbage troll.
You're saying that because you're biased and you're fucking jumping the bandwagon.
So, Dark Ninja, why are you calling Scooby's mother, dude? That's what started all this.
Why you phone sexing his mom?
Yeah, why did you call Scooby's mother?
Just so you know, Tom Pnoid, all the fucking rumors you hear about me, it's not true. I don't fuck dogs, okay?
Look, I heard he actually fucked dogs. That was what the fuck I heard.
Nigga fucks dogs. You can listen to his voice. I hear it in his voice. Dark Ninja.
Dogs, do you stare at dogs in the eyes when they urinate?
No, dude, I don't even look at dogs when they poop.
Yeah, I bet you be staring them right in the eye, don't you? You be looking at them all tough and shit when they urinate.
No, dude, come on, dude. Why you
No, but Dark Ninja, I got it for real shit. Why are you out here calling Scooby's mother? Dark Ninja, right? Why you call Scooby's mom? This is real shit, dude. Like, why are you out here calling Scooby's mom, man? Starting all this shit and then trying to blame it on Tom P and myself.
So you're just saying that just to fuck with me, right? But I don't need other people on my side. I came in this community alone. Wait, Tom Pino, why do you sound like Scooby?
Nah, we're from the same part of the world.
Africa.
I invented the hashtag.
You little beaner. Does it bother you when I call you a fucking beaner? Does it bother you? You're from Texas, aren't you? Where you want to meet and fight, Dark Ninja? I can be anywhere in Texas in 5 hours. Anywhere in the state in 5 hours. Where you want to go?
I'm in California. I'm in LA, actually.
Shut the fuck up. You're not in LA. You live in the goddamn panhandle. Shut up. Where you want to meet and fight? Where you want to meet and fight, Dog Ninja? You want to fuck me up? Is that what you want to do? Or you want to kiss me?
Yeah, maybe in the Houston area.
You want to kiss?
Maybe in the Houston
You want to touch my balls? You want to touch my
You do
balls?
realize I know fucking
Come on, let's
MMA,
fight.
right?
Meet me in
Like,
San Antonio. Let's fight.
Yo, see
Come on,
that's
man.
not. See, look, that's
Yo,
not
wrestle,
how
wrestle.
you respond to
Wrestle,
somebody
wrestle,
like this. Did you ever pops, man?
Well, I didn't meet my dad till I was 16.
Yeah, there we go. Makes sense. Now it makes sense. I
But
got
the
you.
thing is, I came in this community like Scooby and them. And
Yeah,
others.
Don't
yeah, I
let
know.
Scooby be your
They're
dad,
yeah.
for the love of God.
Yo, please, don't stick with them. They're terrible human beings, and I got you. Like they're very accepting. I feel you. I feel you. I feel where you are, right? But you'll understand. They'll throw you over the motherfucking bridge the moment they get the chance.
Yeah,
like
if
they're
you just stop
garbage.
being a faggot, people will stop fucking with you. You know that, right? Yeah, it's just a little clip I clipped out to use on my show, man, so I could do some Scooby previews.
Yo, that was fucking great. I'm so mad I missed that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Just stop being a faggot.
My favorite part of that is when it's like, see, the point is, Dark Ninja, pussy's out there, but you just not getting it. And Tommy pauses. And he's like, no, that's not the fucking point. Like we weren't talking about. No, that ain't the point. That's not what we're trying to say. Fucking Dark Ninja.
Hey, Pete, you gotta be easy on him though, dude. He didn't meet his dad
Yeah.
until he was 16.
Yeah, AP, Tom Pete was completely right there. Because when you were talking about the pussy, that's like step 3. And Tom P's like trying to get this guy through step 1.
He's trying to get him to learn his name. I'm
trying to teach this nigga to stand up. Like, yo, fuck walking, nigga. Like, get on your feet first.
This one's kind of good because this movie's gonna jump between, like, remember episode 4 where everything was like clips from the movie, and episode 5 was like all cartoon. Like this one bounces kind of back and forth. Like, so I'm trying to make it more like 4. I thought 4 is my favorite one personally. 5 is the funniest one to me because we find out Burnside's a cuck. That was the funniest situation of all.
Yo, man, I really
I hope
like.
we
Yo,
get
I
a lot
really
more
do
of
we should do like an old school like fucking Gulf City cartoon show, like real shit, man.
What was the first part of that? You said something Gulf City cartoon show?
Yo, we should do like an old school, like how it used to be fucking cartoon show.
Okay. I just need to get my teeth back, man. That shit's easy.
I will be down for that if that was the case.
Yo, man, I'm saying like, me and you and like we could fucking get like, I don't know, some reliable motherfuckers. I mean, I'd say Excel, but that nigga be flaking way too goddamn much.
The way I hear it, Gulf City don't do cartoons anymore. They just
It's
do.
true, yeah.
do live
It's
shows
now.
By the way, so when you're talking about cartoons, you're talking about the real cool shit, not the stuff we get nowadays.
Yeah, like man, like yo, we used like yo, you got to go watch old Gulf City shit if it's still around. I don't even know if
Yeah,
it's still
back
up
when
or
I
not.
was in it and it was funny, man.
Yo, shit was fucking hilarious, and it had like the whole community behind it.
Speaking about cartoons, you hear that Flash will be
Stop being racist for just a fucking minute, dude.
Have you heard that Flash is going to be discontinued this year? Well, or coming up to next year.
Yo, my nigga, I've never even seen The Flash to begin with. I've never watched any TV.
No, I'm talking about Flash as in, Flash, the program to play Flash animation, stuff like Man's Combat.
That's been gone. Macromedia Flash, yeah, that's been out for a while, man. They don't.
Yeah, it's going to be discontinued at the end of this year and the new year, and it's going to be real sad. What's that?
Yeah, like I can't draw and shit, but like I'm bomb when it comes to like writing and.
Nigga, neither can I, man. That's the thing. That Unknown Archive, the best advice he ever gave me. I was like, man, but I can't draw, and he's like, then make that your thing that you can't draw. Look at that house he was in, Tom Pete. It's just a bunch of lines, man.
I can't draw straight, nigga. Like you do understand, like I legit almost flunked out of kindergarten because I couldn't color in the lines in the coloring book.
Yeah,
like nigga, I am really terrible.
AP, like I just want to ask a question. Here's how you use Illustrator. Yes or no?
Can I use Illustrator? Yeah.
Let's say like teach Tom Pete how to use Illustrator. It doesn't matter if you can like color between.
Tom ain't trying to learn Illustrator, man. He ain't trying to do none of that shit. I ain't trying to make him either.
No, nah. Like yo, I just don't want to fucking pay for Illustrator. I don't know if my computer will run.
It actually took me a minute to learn Illustrator, and I don't even like to use it.
Like yo, like the
Adobe,
the
vector. The only time I use Illustrator is if I need to make something like vector, so I can make it real big for a client. Like I'll use that for like my job, but I'll use that on my own, man. I'll just draw something real fucking big and then scoot it on and then shrink it up and put it in a frame and make a cartoon out of it.
Yeah, like
So, but
I gotta download that Adobe thing that'll let you use Puppet.
no, but here's the thing: Adobe's. That's what I'm saying. Adobe Flash is going to be discontinued at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we're not going to use Flash. We're going to be using like Adobe
character animator.
The character animator.
Yeah, and I'm trying to learn about right now, man. There's a couple other apps you can use, a couple other programs, but I can't think. I'm high, so I can't think of the name of them right now. But I try to learn. Let me just go to my all programs. I can find it maybe, but nobody cares. So why am I even doing that? Fuck that.
I will make sure Tom P has.
I give
all
it
the
shit,
technology.
like yo, because legit, I would like, you know what I'm saying, to motherfucking like actually, like I'd love to be part of some type of program, you know what I mean, that you're running, you know what I mean, legit. Not, I'll be honest with you, I'll pretty much do it for free. I don't care about getting paid. It's not about.
No, man.
Speaking about,
you're a fucking liar. That is
if I'm getting
bullshit.
paid, I'm gonna make sure you get paid.
The
man,
number one thing that Tom P cares about is getting paid.
Yo, look, I can do. Look again.
Monetize
throw that
Scooby
shit
movie.
fucking
I can't monetize that shit. All I can monetize is my Cobra Kai videos. If I can monetize a Scooby movie, I would be sliding you some money for just having your voice in this shit right here.
Well, no, like yo, like legit. What I'm saying is like if we could do a cartoon, like like a, I don't know, whatever, fucking run a series or whatever the case might be, just off the love of the fact that like I'm in it, right, and we're building a community on that. Like I'll monetize my own channel off of that. You know what I'm saying? I'll fucking.
Well, now that you mention it, now that you mention it, I am looking for animators.
Oh yeah, what you need done? You got money? You trying to pay?
Yeah, I've got money coming up from the coming up at the beginning of the new year. Now here's the thing, right? I'm willing to pay you and all that. It's you have an example of what you're doing, such as, you know, if you have any previous work that you can show me, you know, and I'll take a look at it and see if you're worth it.
Yeah, I got a lot of things in my professional portfolio, which has like 1,000 times more effort than I put into anything on YouTube.
All right,
I can get sued if I fuck somebody else's shit up, so I won't get paid.
Oh, and don't worry. Yeah, that's for a fan project I wanted to do. I'm not gonna say what it is right now, but it's but you know. But at the beginning of the year, I'll get more into it. And hey, you're getting paid for it, so that's a plus.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how capitalism and networking works.
You drop
exactly.
I'll do whatever you fucking want, man.
Tom, mate.
I'm gonna go back to. I'm running this stream. I gotta get off of here. I'm gonna end very like now. So everybody, say your farewells.
All right,
see you, man.
All right, yo, man. AP, stick around a minute, motherfucker. We're gonna conversate on this shit. Yo, fucking, I'm Tom P. Some Pnoid dudes. Y'all know the motherfucking deal. Yo, Retro, Full Metal Joker, Doku, my nigga AP. Make sure you over here sub to fucking AP's channel, legit. Make sure you sub to fucking Full Metal Joker's channel. You know what I mean? He does a whole bunch of political commentary stuff. And make sure you check out Excel's, what the fuck is it you do, man? That fucking anti-communist shit?
No, Irate Prostate's channel.
Yeah, Irate Prostate's
channel.
About
critical theory.
Yeah, it's critical race theory. You know what I mean? Stream he does every Saturday at like, what is it, like 9 o'clock?
At 9 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock Central.
Yeah. You know, make sure y'all check out that motherfucking show he does every week. You know what I'm saying?
Tomorrow
because he's over there getting it done.
Something very exciting called colonial theory.
Yo, legit. If you're not really interested in a deep, entailed conversation, Atema the Hun is on that show, and you should most definitely go over there and troll the shit out of her because that's how
you do that.
Just had to get that second hit in there.
Dang, man, why don't you like Atema, man?
Yo, because she's a fucking pain in the ass, and she fucking, you know what I'm saying, always skitzes out all the time on me. So, like, I make her life difficult as possible as I can. You know what I mean? No, not really. When I have the opportunity to make her life difficult, I do it.
It's because deep down there ain't no hate there. He's just with somebody.
Yeah, I don't fucking legit.
You just reminded me of a recent bitch I've heard of, and she's speaking about cartoons.
Look, we're ending the stream. Nigga. Like Excel got to go to bed because he's fucking drunk. You want to keep talking? We can talk a little bit after this. You know what I mean? Yo, fucking Excel.